Good morning, my neighbors! Hey, fuck you! Yes! Yes! Fuck you, too!
Hello?
What's up, everybody? Perfect timing. Just started.
Approval of the minutes of April 24, 2026.
Councilmember Soto Martinez moves. Councilmember Lee seconds. What's next?
Commendatory resolutions for approval.
This fool
Councilmember
showing up in a
Park moves.
fucking
Councilmember
jean
Hurtado
jacket.
seconds.
No tie.
What's next?
Jean jacket.
Mr. President, it's time for the flag salute.
Motherfucker thinks he's hanging out with his boys. Motherfucker, we pay you $250,000 a year to come fucking correct.
All right. We'll ask everybody
It's
in
our
the
fucking
chamber
Dickies
to
shirt.
stand.
Fucking gang member fucking
And I'm
attire.
going to ask our budget chairwoman,
Let me get my Dickies
Councilwoman
jacket on.
Yaroslavsky, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you, Council
Sure she
President.
knows the
If
pledge?
You are
Are you
able
sure?
to stand, right hand over your heart, ready to begin.
Which one's my right? Right, Nithya? Is it right or left? Right. Can't believe you're 50 plus years old, don't know your right from your fucking left. Retarded Indian.
All right, Madam Clerk, can we run through our agenda for this morning?
Thank you, sir. Items 1 through 8 are items noticed for public hearing.
Sid?
For item number 1, the tabulated value of the opposing ballots cast does not exceed the tabulated
Tommy?
value of the supporting ballots cast, 75.578% to 24.422%. Thus, the majority protest is found not to
Mister?
exist, and the proposed establishment of the downtown industrial district property and
Right,
business
your other
improvement
right.
district may be authorized at this
Do
time.
you remember when she did
Items
that,
9 through
Garrett?
25 are items
Do
for
you?
which public hearings
I
have been
do.
held. Items 26
The one
through
day they
82
let her
are
sit
items
up
for
there
which
and be the
public hearings
president.
have not been
She
held.
didn't know her
Since
right
the
from her
posting of
left, and
today's
she had to
agenda, a
literally look at
community
her
impact
hands and go,
statement was submitted for item
Your
33
right
from
side.
the Los Feliz Neighborhood Council.
Huh?
Item number 83 is an item scheduled for closed session
And you're
for which
gonna be the
public hearing
mayor,
has
huh?
not been held. 10 votes are required for
Got it.
consideration.
You're
All
about
right,
as
without
smart as
objection, those items are
Mogami.
before you
And that
before
other
us.
fucking schmuck.
Specials members, I see
All these
Councilmember
retarded- all these fucking
Padilla,
countries
but
sending
before
us
you
our
go,
fucking retards.
Councilmember, I have, on behalf
you
of
send us
Councilmember
anybody who's
Nazarian,
good?
a request to
Does anything well?
note and file item
Why do we
number
get all your
39.
fucking retards?
And is there a second to that motion, sir?
Seconded by Mr. McCosker. All right. Specials, Councilmember Padilla.
Oh, for the down-ass kids, 10 toes down, eh?
Continued till June 16th, and also item 20 later on for comments.
And what about the down-ass kids?
All right, without objection.
Just stay woke. You notice how it's perfectly right there so you can read it. Stay woke.
The last day
The
of
other
act on
side,
that is
you
June
should have
12th.
another one on this side says stay broke.
That's fine.
Motherfucking stay broke, motherfucker.
continue
It's
to
all
June
you've
12th
been
is
knowing
good
is your
reading?
whole life
Okay.
is being
Without
broke.
objection. All right.
Then you brought
let's
your
go to
brokenness
Councilmember
here.
Rodriguez.
Item 56 for a separate vote.
All right. Councilmember Rahman.
I was wondering whether I could just add a verbal amendment to
This-
item 21.
another idiot wearing her mask today.
Requesting that
This
DDS
is our
report
wannabe
back on
mayor.
reclassifying shade structures like
Thank you.
canned
Come
prison
again.
cells as
I will take
structures
all your
rather than
money and
buildings.
smile to your fucking face. Thank you.
All right,
I'm an
I'll second
Indian
that.
scammer. Thank you. Come
Seems
again.
straightforward. Councilmember Price.
Thank you, Mr. President. Out of an abundance of caution.
Yes, we're calling all you
recused
guys out.
myself
All
from
you
items
fucking
10
scammers.
And 56. As my wife's
Speaking of
previous
fucking
employer has
scammers,
worked
look at
with
this fucking
organizations
asshole.
listed on those items.
12 felonies against this
And I'd
piece
like
of
to
shit.
call item 23 for an amendment.
12.
We should be
1,
circulating.
2,
right.
12.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
I don't know. He probably can't even count to 12.
Finance Committee on April 13th, and I recommend approval of this item. I'd like to call 19 and 22 for comments, and I'd like to hold 24 on the desk for conversation and potential amendment.
All right.
Yes.
Councilmember McCosker.
Thank you very much,
Yeah, I
Mr.
don't know,
President. I'd like to
Amy.
call item 15 special for comment, and it has had a public hearing, but I will ask that we make that. that I'm
Skyforce,
allowed
thank
to
you
make
for the
that
52
comment
months.
after public comment, as I have speakers, to speak to.
All right, and those
Go.
speakers
Thank you,
can
Scott.
talk about it generally during general public
Correct,
comment.
thank you.
Councilmember Hurtado.
Council President, I'd like to call item 10 special for comments.
All right, item 10 for comments. Hurtado. Any other specials, members? All right, seeing none, no other specials. Madam Clerk, what items are available for votes at this time?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And if I can just confirm, Councilmember
12 felonies is a
Rodriguez,
crime
your
wave?
item
Yes,
called
it is,
special
Billy.
56.
Don't say that.
Councilmember Rodriguez, it's Councilmember Rodriguez, 5-6 is your item, she's asking? 5-6, 56,
Hopefully
yes.
he's in jail for the rest of his life.
Before the council are items 9, 11
Hopefully he
through
dies back there.
14, and 16
Hi, Christy. Yeah,
through
super
20,
sloppy.
24,
He gets paid
and
250
25.
grand a year to show up like a gang
All right,
member, looking
let's
like a
open
gang
the roll
member.
on those items. Close the roll.
To get
Tabulate
my
the vote.
dickies on. Bro, we don't pay you
12 ayes.
to come in Ben Davis.
All right,
Pay
what's
you to
next?
come in a suit and a
Would the
tie,
council like to move
motherfucker,
on
a
to
tie.
presentations?
Let's move on to presentation.
But I get it. You motherfuckers, you got that, you better give it here.
All right, we'll
attitude,
begin first
so,
with Denim
yeah.
Day. Everybody
There it
looking
is,
great
it's
in their
Denim Day.
That'll
Okay,
be
that's
led by
why.
Council District 7.
Everybody
Monica
had to
Rodriguez.
get together for Denim Day because that's a real big thing. We have to celebrate Denim Day. Is Levi Strauss coming in? I mean, I don't even know if he's alive anymore. I mean, I don't know. Probably not. I just want to know. Let me guess. It's Levi Strauss's relatives that are here.
Good morning, colleagues.
Fresh batch of beggars
it's
behind her.
An honor to again be leading with all of you this annual tradition, which is incredibly important at a time when we continue to see so many victims of sexual violence. We've seen entire systems that have exploited young people and harmed them. We're standing together in solidarity and support of the survivors of sexual violence by wearing our denim and reminding everybody.
I wonder if Bill
that
Clinton's
sexual
wearing
violence
denim today.
is, something that so often gets overlooked, gets silenced, and we're here
Just
to
wondering.
make sure that we together continue to uplift our voices and help
I'm
change
sure,
systems
Eric.
that have
I'm
enabled
sure. Especially if
the
Levi
very
was white.
behaviors that have been so egregious, that have created so much trauma around the world. And so I stand here with my colleagues and
Thank
of
you,
course, the
A76.
incredible work of Peace Over Violence that has continued to make sure that the work of Denim
they
Day.
weren't here
This
yesterday.
is our
Yesterday was budget
27th
meetings.
annual Denim Day recognition here in Los Angeles, and we couldn't do it without the incredible Patty Giggins and her team. If you'd please help me give them a round of applause.
I'm going to say thankfully, none of you ladies will be a victim of sexual assault.
Denim Day
thankfully.
began in
Especially the one who's
1999
talking.
as a bold response to devastating injustice.
Thankfully.
After the Italian Supreme Court overturned a
Thankfully.
rape conviction.
This helps all that.
Ruling that the victim wore tight jeans, so she must have consented. And we know, sadly, that so often.
What about when I wear
survivors and
tight jeans?
victims,
Everybody can see my
their
dick.
Truth is not recognized. It is questioned. And
I see you
together
staring.
we are standing in solidarity with them to ensure that no one is silenced or is denied justice. Today, Denim Day is the longest
right,
running
Colin.
sexual violence prevention and education campaign in history. By wearing denim today, we are making a clear statement that there is never an excuse for sexual assault. Today serves as a reminder and a call to call
Nothing,
attention to
Sam.
misconceptions
Nothing.
and misinformation about sexual violence. And it's a reminder that we still have a great deal of work to do. I want to thank, Patty, it was because of your advocacy and so many advocates that our Los Angeles Police Department has actually reformed and
Yeah, I didn't
changed
see that one.
how it's treated
Casimiro.
victims. So
Wasn't
many
on
of the
the news.
systems change that have occurred have come as a result of your advocacy and the advocacy of all.
Advocacy of
the
this and
leadership
advocacy of that and your
the
advocacy and my
storytellers
advocacy
and
and
the
everybody's
survivors
advocacy.
that had the bravery to come forward and say that your experience wasn't to be experienced by any other victim, that we wanted to change the system for good. And so I want to thank you, because so often these systems remain intact because we know how the power is structured. We know that, as we've
Some
seen
white
with the
man
Epstein
done came in
files,
here and done did it
it
to
is
you.
systemic.
The systemic
protections
white power
of those
people
that
that are
commit these
killing
assaults.
everybody.
And we've seen
It was some white man who
the
came in and did
victims
everything to them.
continue to be denied justice.
Where's Mr.
Well,
Herman?
we're here to say, to hell with that, no more. We're going to stand in solidarity and make sure that survivors' voices are uplifted and heard. And so that's why we are all here today, in honoring their strength and their voice with this annual tradition of wearing denim. So I want to thank you, Patty, and everybody on your team that has been so remarkable in leading this, frankly, around the world. They know better than to try and stop you. You're a force. And I want to thank all my colleagues that have joined us this morning and everybody at City Hall. You know, the denim, again, is just one show of support. But I want to remind everybody about what real support looks like when it comes to these issues and leading change. Talk is cheap. And so if
You
we're
guys
gonna
must be
about
really
this
cheap.
and exemplify the leadership
That's
here
all
in
you
this
do,
city,
bitch, is talk.
well, then let's do it. Let's do it at all levels. Let's make sure that reform isn't an option. It's
all
a
you
mandate,
do is yip,
and
yip,
we're all
yip,
here
yip,
to
yip, yip,
fulfill
yip,
that.
yip, yip,
And
yip,
so,
yip, yip,
again,
yip, yip,
I'm
all day.
I'm thankful for the collaboration and support of Patty and all of the survivors that have had the strength to come forward and tell their stories, because together we will educate people, give them the power and the strength to stand up and fight to protect themselves and others. And so with that, I'd like to invite the incredible Patty Giggins.
Thank God you finally shut up.
Thank you so much,
about everything on everything.
Monica, for your leadership
everything,
throughout these years. And I want to introduce Wendy Blanco, who's our Director of Clinical Services, soon to be Dr. Wendy Blanco. I just want, I'm kind of overwhelmed today. This seems like this is the largest and most cohesive one we've had in a while. I know COVID interrupted everything, but the feeling out on the South Lawn and the words and testimonies from those of you who were there in the City Council, and we also had Dr. Debbie Duardo from the Superintendent of LA County Schools, and we had a survivor who spoke from the heart. I just felt that today, I mean, in my mind, I kept thinking groundswell. I'm hoping that today is that turning point, that pivotal. So much has been going on. So many predators are being exposed with not a lot of consequences.
Wait a minute. So now we're mad at the predators getting exposed, but not enough of them. But when ICE comes, takes them away, you scream and yell. Got it.
Court.
Got it, lady.
So many survivors
Got it.
are
We're really sorry for you. These are my
silenced
tears. I'm sorry.
when
I'm
they start
crying
to
for
tell,
you right now. Those are
because
my
they're-
tears for you.
People don't know how to receive and listen to trauma or listen to somebody's
And lady,
experience.
you're
But
not going
we
to have to worry
have been
about
at
nothing.
this.
Nobody's
First of all, the
sexually assaulting
gender-based
you, ma'am. I assure you
violence,
this.
Anti-violence against
Nobody
women's
is.
movements,
Nobody
it's 55 years old.
Okay? Nobody.
Our organization used to be LACAW, the Peace Over Violence, was the first agency of
Yes,
its
they're
kind
hypocrites,
in the
just
country
like when they were
in
selling you no
1971.
kings
now
and
we
they
have
all kissed the
networks
ass of
throughout the
a
city,
fucking
the
king who
county,
walked
the
into the
state,
room, an actual
and the
king.
country and
They sat
coalitions
there
who
and
are all
bowed
looking
down
in the
to
same
him and
direction.
kissed
I am so
him and
glad
hugged him.
that
So
this
much for
city
no
council
kings.
Several years ago started looking in the same direction that we're looking, and we have to keep doing that.
Retarded
keep doing
idiots.
that together. Last year,
Hurry up,
alone, we
retard.
served 20,000
Hurry up.
people.
We're
And
tired
at
of
the
hearing
same
you
time,
cry.
we're
In
having
fact, you
to
should be sponsored by
reduce
Kleenex.
some of our staff because of cutbacks. So now we have more waiting lists. We have people who, when they're ready and willing, we are not able to serve them.
Oh, there's
And
Audit
you know
LA.
about
She
this
just
because
rolled
we
in.
always keep coming
Shout out to
before you
Audit.
to make sure you keep funding these programs in the city of Los Angeles.
She ain't got nothing to worry
And
about.
so today is a day of adrenaline, but I don't want to lose that. I don't want you to lose that. For us to continue
King Charles
to
ain't a
keep
king, huh?
trauma and its impact on our minds.
You're right. He isn't
The
my
trauma
king.
from sexual and domestic
It's like she wasn't
violence
my queen.
are the root causes of so many mental health, depression, addiction, even gun violence. Many of
How did we
the
get to gun
shooters
violence?
Or do a domestic violence in their home, and then they go out and shoot up a grocery store or a supermarket. So there are all these connections. So if we don't begin to treat direct
Get this
services
idiotic moron out of here.
part of power building, I think we will keep going around in circles. Everybody
Holy
wants to do
shit.
community power
Holy
building, and
shit.
I do too. That's what we do at PLD.
Why do we gotta hear this
The way
idiot?
we do it is through individuals and their families and on the ground roots community organizing.
Holy
so
shit.
Thank you all for the support over the years, and today is extremely special. Every one of your colleagues who came out and spoke, they outdid themselves. And so we're so appreciative, and also for the financial support for Denim Day, because it fuels our prevention program. And I just want Wendy to come and just say a couple of words about the work that she does, which is so critical.
Jesus.
Good morning.
Isn't this
thank
for
you,
Friday?
council
Shouldn't we have done
members,
this on Friday?
partners, and
And
community
not eat up
members
the
that are
people's
here.
time?
It's just so great to see the continued support. I was here last year talking about Denim Day, and
You're a
everybody
doctor
behind
like
me
Jill
was
Biden
behind me
is.
last year, really championing this.
I know. I know. You're an astronaut, just like fucking Katy Perry
and I really
is.
want to thank everyone for the continued advocacy for the funding, which is critical right now. But I think one
Why
thing
do I
that
gotta
is
hear
really
this
important
shit?
to highlight is that one in two
Always
women
victims.
are affected by
Always.
sexual abuse in their lifetime, and 1 in 6 men. Which is probably more than that, right? But it's also about like folks that don't come forward.
Why?
about
You've
the
not been
abuse,
listening? I've been
that
playing
they've
this.
suffered. And so many of us are suffering in silence.
I've been playing that all
right?
morning,
There could
Swat.
be probably half of the women in this room have been victimized. If not, they for sure know someone that has been. And so this is an epidemic. It is something that, as Patty mentioned, it should be treated as something that deserves priority. Because of all the trauma symptoms that we see folks enduring, right? All these things that you see playing out in behavior, but also in silence. And so one of the things that we do at Peace Over Violence is that we sort of focus on 2 tiers. One is prevention, so making sure that our team is out there educating folks, young folks, and anyone who really is willing to listen about how to prevent violence.
We'll see, Hernandez.
And it's not about making
Everybody's got a
survivors
chance.
safer.
It's on the
Yes,
ballot.
we do self-defense empowerment classes and counseling and all the things, but it's
But
also
you
about
got 2
engaging
communists
men,
on that ballot that are run by a lot of these
also
dummies
be,
like this chick right
the
here who will vote for them and not for him.
to question
Because
the
she would
jokes
rather
that are
have
not
her ass
funny,
taxed and
to
fucked in her
question
own
the
ass
rhetoric,
by these people
comes
while
out
she
in the
smiles
media,
than have a better
and
life.
to be champions for this movement as well.
Because it means
which
more
is,
to be a
you
knee
know, I'm
bender to
also
these
thankful
old
to see some of the
these
men
old
that
chicks.
came out this morning to talk
So she can
about,
be an old knee
their
bender
support.
just like them.
Right? And
Pass the
so
torch to her.
It is great to be here. The other piece is really important is the intervention piece that Patty talked about. So, you know, we have a big training program. We take in volunteers who are willing to be trained, and we have them work the hotline and listening to these real cases in real time.
Are they fake
And we
victims?
also
No.
have
I
clinical
think most of these
interns,
people
which
aren't
we,
victims at all.
Educate and mentor.
She's
and
not a
foster for
victim.
the
Most of
next
these people, but they'll
generation
give you a
social
story
workers.
about how they were a
It's so
victim.
important.
But most of them
Not
are not a
only are we
victim. Most of them are
educating
just
social
idiots that are
workers,
standing
but
in solidarity
the future
to
is really
gaslight
cool,
you.
right? We want folks to understand that when people
A lot
are
of
sexually
gaslighting.
abused, there are lots of consequences to that, whether it's interpersonal, also community level, and then macro level too, so systems based. Again, so thankful that those
That's it,
funding
Eric.
sources
That's it, Eric.
have,
Always.
you all have advocated to continue VOCA funds, and you have advocated for these programs to persist, but there is still a lot of work to do, and there's still a lot of concern around our funding. Right, and so if we treated this
See, it's
as
got a
an
churla
epidemic
hat.
and
The
knowing
red
that
hat
this
is a
is top
churla hat. The ones
priority,
that keep
we would
squandering all our money
also,
away.
expect to see the funding follow. So again, I'm thankful to be here and really happy that I can stand.
That's not a
again
guy.
this
That's
year,
the
to really
first
honor Denim
openly
Day,
gay
the work
Filipino
that
woman.
We
That's
are
not a
all
guy.
doing in the city of LA. I don't want to live anywhere else other than here because of the way that we treat folks and community like their family. So thank you for having us.
I just want to let everyone know that today,
Didn't
the
you speak
United
already?
States Congress has put out a resolution honoring Denim Day and a call for support to survivors. This is the first time, and it's the Congress, so we can be happy about that.
Huh, first time, huh? How come it didn't happen under Obama or Biden?
Okay. and
How
so
come?
now
I guess
I'm
they didn't think it
joined,
was so serious.
by,
I guess not. I
It's
guess
almost
your
a
people
Brown
didn't
Act
think it was so.
violation up there,
well, almost.
Councilwoman.
We're
Yeah, it
working
is
on it.
Yeah.
So Mercy Davis joined us on this morning. Shut up, bitch. But I know she's here with us in spirit. So we're going to go.
Haven't we heard you enough?
So Ms. Rahman.
Oh, great.
Shut up,
Thank you so much. And,
Another idiot with a mask on.
Thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez.
Another
for
scamming
this,
fucking Indian. I come to your country and I fucking tell you everything I want, but I won't give you fucking nothing. I will rip all you motherfuckers off, all you fucking Americans. I will take all your American money and give it to my fucking Indian kids.
As someone who's worked with survivors in my work, I know.
I will steal your credit card information when I go to my 7-Eleven.
Continuing to pay attention to this issue on a sustained basis, despite
calling
the fact
you all
that it
out.
is pervasive, despite the fact that so many people have
Calling
direct
you all
experiences
out.
with it. I feel like the work that we need to do in order to keep this at the forefront and to ensure that policy change is happening is always.
She's wearing a mask because she's a moron.
And I want to
and that's part of the Democrat starter kit.
Leading in that struggle.
You get a mask, you get a nose ring, a blue hair dye,
so much of the work
a queer shirt,
for
Democrat starter kit, and a pre-filled out ballot.
Changing processes that lead to abuse and to violence happen behind the scenes. They don't ever make it out into public. And so the recognition and the attention that's brought to this issue on Denim Day is a marker not just of how important this issue is, how widespread this issue is, how we need to raise our voices, but also just an acknowledgement of the incredible amount of work that happens year-round behind the scenes to change the power structures, to change the processes.
Yeah, this
lead
is
to this
exactly.
being an
This is
ongoing issue
Mongdami.
in
This is the
society,
retarded
and I
Muslim
thank you,
idiot.
All
That's what
for
that
your
is.
leadership on this, and hope that we can continue to
Come
partner
in,
and
do
engage
nothing,
as
and
we move
declare an
forward.
emergency.
Thank
There
you.
he is. There he is. There he is. The Patriot has just walked
Good
in.
morning. Thank you so much, Councilwoman Rodriguez, for bringing this again this year. And welcome
Herman.
Peace Over Violence, Patty and team. Today is a reminder of how far we still have to go in how we treat survivors of sexual violence. The message is simple.
There's no way you were a
Believe
survivor
women.
of sexual violence. There's
When we
just no
say
way.
we
Nobody
don't consent,
sexually violated
listen
you.
to the words
I'm
coming
going
out
out
of
on
our
a limb.
mouths,
No way.
Not what we are wearing.
No way.
Not what you think our body language is telling you.
No matter what you
But our
wear.
words.
Woman, you ain't getting attacked.
But we should
You're
be
good.
honest. Believing women
You're good.
Is the bare minimum. It has to be matched with action. Showing up for women means real support. It means making sure that women have
Federal drug
what
raids
they need
underway
when they come
across
forward.
Orange County.
It means funding the systems that make justice possible. Making sure, for example, we have the LAPD civilian staff to process rape kits, something we'll be talking about later today at LAPD's budget hearing. Making sure cases are investigated, making sure survivors aren't left waiting for help. It means building and maintaining infrastructure so
Why
that
is
when
Bruce
someone
Jenner there? I
experiences
don't know why he's there.
sexual or intimate partner violence, they can get help right away with housing, healthcare, counseling, legal support. That's the standard. Denim Day is a
What's the
call
whole
to
War
reject
11
victim
thing?
blaming.
Why
It's
do
also a
people
call
keep
to
saying
meet
that? I just
standard.
saw a whole bunch of
Believe women,
memes.
then do the work
Who
to
said
back
it?
it
What
up.
happened?
Thank you so much.
I missed it.
I'm happy to welcome up my colleague. Who am I welcoming up now?
Who said World War 11?
Councilwoman
Somebody
Park.
said it, I'm guessing.
Thank you so much, Councilwoman
Missed it.
Yaroslavsky, and for the thoughtful remarks about the need to
What's up, Fifu?
invest in the
How are ya?
systems themselves that promote justice and protect victims. We're here
Ilhan
today,
Omar
of
said
course,
World War
for
11.
Denim Day, but it's really a
Yeah,
lot more
that's what
about
we
a
get.
lot
You
more
know,
than
the
what
average
someone wore
Somali's
and
IQ is like
what
72,
started
right? You
as
know that, right?
one
And that's
court
real,
case.
honest. Google it.
Today, this is
Google it.
actually about the
Google
systems
it.
and whether they believe women and girls when
So I
they
wouldn't
come
doubt if she
forward.
has an 80 or less
I'm really
IQ.
proud to stand with
I wouldn't
Peace
doubt
Over
it.
Violence. Patty, thank you to your and team for the incredible
Moron
work
idiot.
that you do on the front lines of this
Why do we get
issue
all the countries
day in and
retards?
day
Why
out
do all the
around this
retarded
city.
idiots from other
But if
countries
it's
come
going to
here?
work,
Why?
We have to be honest about what
Why do we get all the
are
retarded idiots?
confronting. And across LA County, exploitation isn't theoretical. It is happening in real time. We see it in domestic
All these
and
retarded
intimate
fucking beggars.
partner violence. We
You better
see
get
it
here.
up and down the Figueroa corridor. We see it.
Located where?
You don't care about Figueroa, bitch. Shut up. You ain't done a fucking thing about it in all your time here. Shut your mouth.
Women, to immigrants, to foster youth, and to people who all too often are invisible until they become a statistic. And even when survivors come forward, all too often, they're met with the wrong questions.
I heard a ding from...
Why didn't you leave?
Did I get a donut?
Why didn't you say
I did.
something sooner?
Trent, nay, thank you, Trent.
We can't keep asking victims
there's no point,
why
Trent.
they didn't do something differently.
No point.
We need to be asking instead why so many systems failed to see them, to protect them, and to hold abusers accountable. And that means supporting organizations like Peace Over Violence, and it absolutely does mean supporting the men and women in LAPD who do the difficult work of investigating these cases and holding offenders accountable. I've spent time with LAPD sexual assault section, and I have heard directly from them what they face, the limitations in the work that they do, and with the challenges on getting resources to the survivors to deal with the trauma that these crimes bring. It is a stark reminder of the work that we still have to do. So Denim Day began as a protest against victim blaming, and that
a little bit. I mean, I paused for like a second.
Still necessary today.
There, 11 seconds. I can remember I paused. And
hello,
spoke.
council colleagues, folks in the crowd, as
And
well
shout
as
out
the
to the
folks that are
down-ass
joining
kids.
us online. I want to start by thanking Councilmember Rodriguez for bringing this
Wait, she doesn't even look
today,
smart. Look at her face.
Forward. But I always like to make sure that during this presentation,
Does that look smart to you?
give the props and the credit and the big thank you to the wonderful Patty Giggins. None of this would be possible without her. Patty, we've known each other for a long time. There's some things that even I would like to say on this microphone, but you've told me not to say that because it's a little too extreme in terms of how we deal with folks that are, engaging in sexual violence.
You seem to love them when they're being protected by or captured by ICE. You seem to love them then.
Sexual violence is very real. And I appreciate that we get to talk about this.
I'm sure
during
you were
this time of
sexually
year,
assaulted 28 times.
Because it is
I bet.
uncomfortable. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to acknowledge it. We don't want to acknowledge that we know someone that's been a victim or that we've seen it maybe in our lifetime. But this is the opportunity for us to talk about how it is. And if you really look at the numbers, it's a social crisis we're going through that this is what happens. It is technically a public health crisis when you look at the numbers. And we have to make sure that
no, they don't,
we
Chris.
as leaders and those of us with a bully pulpit remind ourselves that it is also part of our responsibility to go out into the community and talk about this and emphasize that what we also need is, Councilmember Tracy Park mentioned systems. There's so many things that we have to do internal to fixing systems that cause victims of sexual violence. But at the same time, as a society, I tell everybody, let's have conversations about how we also need to just raise also better boys and stronger girls. And also be willing to tell folks that we see hitting that slippery slope of behavior to stop. We also have to immerse ourselves in making sure that there's an ending to this. I know college universities do a lot of work related to talking about this, but everyone and every system has to play a role. And I think that it's important to acknowledge that this was a this was a year where we were reminded of how prevalent the problem is. I mean, the Latino community this year, the Chicano community, lost a leader as we learned stories about sexual abuse in the
y'all loved him.
Agriculture, United Farm Worker Movement.
Statue after statue, street after street.
Lost a candidate for governor. That's how prevalent it is. And we all know, and we're all still shocked, and I think some of us can't even go to sleep when we really think
Ma'am, it's not shocking. You Democrats are fucking predators.
About how we actually have this really discussion and these activities prevalent at the
He didn't do
highest
nothing.
level of government with our president.
I said
But
Buck.
again,
He
for
didn't
those
do
of us who are
nothing.
disgusted and are unhappy with what has been unpackaged, we all play a role. So I want to thank you, Patty and everyone over at Peace Over Violence for not allowing us to forget this and to continue to talk about it in this unique way that has everyone here looking like we're in high school. I dig it,
You sound like you're in
it's
high
about the
school.
conversations. Let's make sure that it goes above today's event. Thank you so much.
Sounds like you're still in high school.
Ms. Hutt.
With the every
Good morning, Mr. Chair. I just want to start by thanking Councilmember Rodriguez and our champion for change, for real, Patty Gigan.
For real.
For bringing this to
Okay.
light, for organizing.
real.
And for making sure
The fuck
that
is wrong
our
with these
voices are
idiots?
heard. Denim Day is a
real.
day of powerful solidarity, where we use our denim to protect protest the destructive, harmful myth that sexual violence is ever the victim's fault.
Retarded.
Now more than ever, it's our duty as a city to protect, to believe, and to uplift those who have survived from this kind of trauma. This morning at the rally, we heard from a thriver, not a survivor. She's a thriver, who was raped by her father at 4 years old. And it really broke my heart because as a child, you can't explain it. You don't even know who to talk to when a trusted family member has abused you this way. When we think about what happens in homes, we have to remember to listen to children. If they tell you something hurts, believe them. If they tell you they don't want to go somewhere, don't go. Make sure that you get them to the doctor so that they could get checked out. And you know what? Don't be afraid to change your household structure. You have to save that child. And I really want to talk about that. I really want to talk about saving children. The cliche is that they are our future, but they really are.
But you didn't want to save them when they were coming in mass by themselves with adults that weren't theirs through the wall illegally in the middle of the night. You didn't care then. That's what's funny.
Peace Over Violence works tirelessly to empower survivors to speak out against
Got it.
assault.
You care now.
The little children
You care
can't.
now.
So
Got
adults
it.
are going to have to pay attention. I also want to recognize the incredible work done in the 10th District by organizations like the Genesee Center and the Center for Asian Pacific Families. They also work every day to protect victims and their families, helping them forge new pathways forward. We're deeply grateful for their essential services. So to every survivor, I'm going to call you a thriver, because if you're here today, or if you could hear my voice, you're doing the best that you can with the cards that you were dealt. And I just want to send you spiritual love. I want to let you know we see you, we stand with you, and we're committed to building a Los Angeles where your safety and your voice is prioritized. Thank you, and I want to bring up my good friend from the 14th District, our closer, Councilwoman Hurtado.
One of the biggest commies. The first openly gay one, guys. Remember that. She told you that.
Thank you so much.
Remember,
to
the ones are
Councilmember
other ones are
Rodriguez For
closeted.
your leadership on this issue, and for Patty, the founder, as
Pouty.
it says on your jacket. To be honest, I'm pretty nervous to stand up here today. I hate this day. I really hate this day. I hate that we have to stand up
Here we
here,
go. Here
to
comes the
discuss
story.
this issue at all. I remember last year the shock I felt realizing that I would just speak
Thanks,
on
Game
this
Powder.
issue with this League of Strong Women and confront it head on because I am a leader. And at the same time, I was processing in real time all the moments this had happened to me and
I'm
to
a
all the
leader.
other strong women that I lead with here.
I'm a
Because
leader.
the truth is, in politics and in movement spaces, and more than we care to admit in our families, this has happened far too often and is often an open secret. Sexual assault and sexual violence are realities that women and non-binary people disproportionately face at home, in the workplace, outside. Too often it becomes part of our culture in the name of protecting institutions, preserving reputations, or shielding people who are otherwise seen as honorable. Too many are forced into silence. A decade ago, I was an assistant in politics. There was someone who made me uncomfortable, who commented on my clothing and made unwanted advances at me and touched me when I didn't want to be touched.
What was her name?
I didn't want to say anything. I was a single mother. I relied on this job for healthcare. I cared about the office and who I was serving. I didn't want to ruffle feathers. I told myself that this was just part of the cost of entry of being in this field. It wasn't until an intern made a formal complaint that I realized I'd been accepting something that I never should have. Now I work here again in a council led mostly by women, and I can say that the culture in Los Angeles City Hall has changed. But change doesn't mean cured. There are still elected officials with nicknames that have to do with their behavior with women and how they hug them inappropriately. There's someone that we call Happy Hands that I tell my staff to not meet with alone, especially if you're a woman, because of the way that he behaves.
Happy Hands.
Even when conduct is not overtly
Little
sexual,
goosen.
there are people who test boundaries physically in order to impose themselves and gain power.
Happy
They corner
Hands.
you in public spaces.
Who's Happy
They
Hands?
force interactions
Which Democrat?
despite polite refusals. They maneuver through crowds, even onto this floor, just to invade.
Really quickly, I'm sorry, guys, but Happy Hands has to be a Democrat. Has to be, because you know if it was a Republican, she would have said something. You know it. We all know it. So which Democrat is Happy Hands?
Our personal space, even as we are elected
Which
officials.
one? We
I
know
have
you're a
men
bunch
try
of
to conduct
predators. We
business
know
by
you
towering
are.
over me, raising
Which
their
one?
voice and using intimidation where respect
Grady?
should be enough. This all may seem too small to some people, but it's not.
McCosker?
This is the dominance, the everyday mechanics of patriarchy, the core of what we are against
Sleepy
and
Joe?
what we're fighting over in Denim Day. That's what peace over violence means. So,
She is, Ian.
you know,
She
when
fucking
someone
is.
uses a badge,
It's good
a
to see you, buddy.
title, a position, or their sex and gender to force compliance with their demands, sexually or otherwise, it strips these people of their agency. And that's why we're standing here today. Because while others have stepped down because the allegations have come out, that reckoning, as Councilmember Rodriguez had mentioned a month ago or so, that reckoning is still incomplete. And it is upon us to make sure that the institutions and the systems that we permit this behavior end with us. Thank you.
So who's Happy Hands? Why don't
Thank
you
you
want
so
to say
much,
anything?
members, for this
You
amazing
wanted to mention him, but not put his name out there.
presentation today
Why are
and
you
this,
protecting a predator?
Ritual that we do
Why are
every
you
year
protecting a
in this
predator?
building,
That's
in
wrong
our
of you.
city,
You know he's
to
a
lead the
predator,
movement
or
against,
she's a predator.
Sexual violence.
Who
I got
is
a few
it?
members on the queue, beginning with the chair of our Public Safety Committee, Councilmember Lee.
See how she's protecting the predator?
Thank you, Mr. President.
I think that's
Patty,
wrong.
I just want to say thank you to you for all that you do, not only today, but throughout the year, to help raise the voices of people affected by sexual violence.
Oh, that's right. He's one of the
And
closed
I agree
ones.
with you. Today's event outside had a different feel. When you say cohesiveness, because you had a bunch of groups and just a bunch of people who were supporting each other. And that was really, it was great to feel that. And so I do feel that specialness.
That's not going to
of
happen,
today.
Kimmy, because they protect those.
Thank you always
'Cause they're
to
Democrats,
the people that you bring,
predators.
With
She
you
just didn't say that, but we know.
Are brave enough to share.
That was any
their
Republican. She would have named
experiences
them.
and what the trauma that they went through, because those are powerful messages that all of us need to hear about what people are experiencing in their lives that to many of us may seem just unfathomable, but yet that they are
He
happening.
does, Lisa,
And
you're right.
Every year you bring someone who is willing to step up to that microphone
audit
and
apology.
share their story, and it's incredibly powerful for all of us. You know, Denim Day has become our annual reminder, but it is something, an annual reminder that it is not just about this day, it's about every single day and what we do. And thank you, you know, for teaching us men the part that we have to play,
You're not a man.
even within our schools or our communities, but
just have a little
especially in our own
penis.
homes. And in our part in playing and helping raise this next generation of men in this world.
Yeah.
So thank you to Peace Over Violence and
If they're anything like you,
everything
no
do,
thank you.
to help
Enough
raise
cucks, kid.
all the voices.
Enough cucks.
And you know, this
Eric,
year's,
thank you.
This year's theme is use your voice.
Pratt
and that
for
is
mayor?
something that we have to remind people.
Let's hope.
That you need to use your voice and speak up. So thank you so much.
Eric,
and thank you, Councilmember Rodriguez.
I want to see him win even more
Thank
so
you so
to
much,
see
Mr. Lee.
how
Mr.
much
Price.
change it could have. and how much it would fuck with these people's lives. Every one of them, including this old fucking felon.
Solidarity with you and my other colleagues
12-time
on this.
fucking accused
sexual
felon.
violence is never okay. It's never okay. And so it's important that we stand up and speak out against it whenever we can. So I just want to say thank you for your leadership, ladies and gentlemen. Your leadership is something that we all need to be focusing in on. Frequently, the area that I represent, this issue is pushed over, looked over, and it happens too frequently. So it's important that we focus.
Thank you,
on
Eric.
the
Appreciate you again.
Raise the
My neighbor guy, thank you for the Twitch Prime for 4 months. Let's
just
go.
reiterate, sexual violence under any circumstances, never.
Thank you, neighbor guy.
Never okay. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you so much, Mr. Soto Martinez.
Thanks so much, Council President. Councilwoman
Can we
Rodriguez,
get to public comment?
Thank you again for leading this presentation, for Patty.
Bro,
and for
30
the
minutes
entire
of this.
Silver Violence organization, for all my female colleagues for sharing your stories and reminding us that this patriarchy comes in many different forms. It's in microaggressions, physical acts, and that we just need to do better.
We need to get rid of all the white men. That's what we need. That's what we need to do.
Let's keep fighting the good fight.
Because only white men are
Thank you
the
so
problem.
much, Mr. Soto
Only
Martinez
white
and
men
all members of
sexually
the
assault.
council, and to
You can
those who
say
have
it.
presented. I just
Hugo.
want to take the opportunity to lift up and thank and acknowledge, as a true Los Angeles hero, our own Patty Giggins. Let's give her another big round of applause. This, we sit in these seats and we can, make
Do
statements
nothing.
and we can change laws, and that's very important. I don't want to underestimate or devalue the importance of policy. But those of us who've been around a while know
two
that
apps.
policy
twice.
only really,
That's too
really
much.
matters if you change hearts and minds. And you've led the movement to do that. This Denim Day is a cultural phenomenon. The second largest city in the country. You can't do business in this city on this day any year without seeing somebody wearing denim. And you ask, why are they wearing denim? And you have to confront this issue, an issue that doesn't come up any other kind of way in most cases. And so thank you for challenging the policymakers, but most importantly, building a movement to challenge the culture, to move, to change norms, to make things that were acceptable or things that we were silent about, things that we are not silent about anymore. All of us. Women and men. And,
Except for Happy Hands.
people who
Who's
are involved
Happy
and
Hands?
people who are
We're still
uninvolved.
pretty silent there, Milk Dud.
When people know better, and because I think of you, people know better, there are lots and lots of people who do better. And so I want to thank everybody that's been a
Who's
part
you
of this
people?
movement and hope that it lasts in this city until the very last incident of sexual violence in our society. So thank you all so much, Councilmember Rodriguez.
And it's never going to stop thanks to you fucking morons, because ICE is trying to help take them away and you want to keep them here. And then cry about it. Oh, I'm going to wear my denim jacket and cry about it now.
Thank you for all your words. And
Hopefully all those ones that aren't getting taken by ICE do the shit to you guys. All of them.
This morning.
Do all that shit to each and every one of you so y'all can learn
See how many people
from your
are
gaslighting bullshit.
standing up and speaking out.
Good luck.
And it's frankly borne
Good luck.
by the incredible tragedy that
Hope
is
some
the
immigrant
Epstein
comes and
files
does
still
that
being
to you
seen.
so I can tell you,
So
oh,
it's an
isn't that
example
sad?
of
That's
we all
bad.
need to be the
You better
collective
leave him
voices
here.
to seek
He's just
justice for
oppressed
victims
from his country. You
at
better
every
leave him
level,
here.
especially within our own government. And so with
Too
that,
bad he grabbed your
Patty,
titty.
on behalf of the city of Los Angeles,
Too bad he
thank you
grabbed
for
your cock.
continued example of heroism and leadership for this 27th annual Denim Day. And all I have to say is release the damn Epstein files.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't want that because there's probably more Democrats on there, but you won't say anything about that, you fat cunt. You won't. Just like that last fat cunt who came up and told us her little sob story. Happy Hands touched me. But I'm not going to tell you who Happy Hands is. Because Happy Hands either doesn't exist or Happy Hands is a Democrat just like me. So either way, I can't tell you. Fucking Jesse Smollett all over again. When do we get Jesse Smollett and Bubba Wallace in here too, and the Duke volleyball player? Why don't we get them in here? Why don't we get them in here? I want them all in here. They were all oppressed and sexually assaulted by fucking garage hoods and bulls. Funny how that works. We'll tell you the sob story, the
Madam Clerk?
Ethiopian
Thank
shimsham.
you, Mr. President.
But when we know who somebody is, we ain't gonna turn him in. Why didn't we turn in Bill Clinton?
20 and 24.
How come?
Yes, let's open the roll on reconsideration of 19, 20, and 24.
Yeah, just a fucking photo op.
Close the roll.
What's up,
Tabulate the
love?
vote.
How are you? Happy Wednesday. How long did that take? That took literally 45 minutes. 45 fucking
Tabulate the
minutes.
vote.
Yeah, old Juicy. Where's that idiot, Juicy Smollett? Woo-hoo-hoo. They had maggots and there was two white dudes. It was all fake. There was a noose in my garage. But Bubba, that's a garage pole. Don't you have one at home? Every American does in case they get caught in their garage. That's why the garage pole's there.
12 ayes.
You'd figure a race car driver would see a garage
so we're
pole.
reconsidering. I just want to make sure I put on the
I mean,
record
you're in the
that
garages
Mr.
often,
Price
aren't you?
has to be recused
Or maybe
for
you're
one of
not
those
and you were
items,
just picked.
And we,
That's why you haven't
good.
won anything.
I just want to make sure we put on the record that we mistakenly call that item without you being able to recuse. So we're reconsidering now, so you will be able to actually recuse. But that is our mistake. The mistake of the chair and the clerk.
Wait, you made a
not the
mistake?
mistake of
No
Councilmember
way.
Price for the good of the record.
No way you
Councilmember
guys
Howard.
made a mistake. No way.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to reconsider item 61 for a technical change. The unit count should be
I should get a
70
stay
units
woke.
and not
Yeah.
71. Members, I'd like to adopt this item as amended with the technical change to 70 units.
All right. Did we already vote on this item, Madam Clerk?
No, sir, it does not need to be reconsidered. We can
Okay,
hold
so we don't need to reconsider. We'll just include that amendment when we vote on it after public comment.
Perfect,
Councilmember.
We're never going to get to public
City Attorney.
comment. Because now we're voting and we had a
Second-
whole
second by
fucking
Council
45-minute
President.
press conference or
Our next
another
Councilmember Park.
presentation here coming up. Again. Apparently we're not going to work on Friday, apparently, guys, because we're doing presentations today. So I'm guessing there's no show Friday.
Okay.
Thank you. Is there a second to that motion?
Councilmember Rahman seconds. All right. Any other changes before we go to our second presentation? All right. With that, we're going to call on Councilmember Jurado and Councilmember Soto Martinez.
Thank you so much, Council President. I want to, first of all, thank all the labor leaders and community organizations here
And the
today.
beggars. Get all
Is
the
labor
beggars
in
up
the
here. Come on,
house?
beggars. Get up here.
Yeah. Is the immigrants' rights movement in the house? Thank you. That's right. So we are here
Yes, they are,
to celebrate
421.
May
Yes,
Day
they are.
in the city of Los Angeles, which will be happening in 2 days. Every year
Without
on May
Cesar
1st,
Chavez this
people
year.
around the world come together to celebrate International Workers' Day. Originally,
no
a
more
celebration in recognition of the Haymarket Affair in Chicago of 1886
No more
and the socialist
Cesar.
struggle for workers' rights. It is now a day where we recognize the struggles and victories of the working class who make our society run. And here in Los Angeles, May Day has an extra special meaning.
Not anymore,
One of the
Herdy.
first big May Day marches in Los
They
Angeles
flushed him
was
down
in
the toilet.
2000, when Shirla, the Garment Worker Center, the Filipino Worker Center, IDEPSCA, the Korean Immigrant Worker Alliance, and others came together in an incredible coalition of Angelinos fighting for immigrants and workers' rights. Then in 2006, La Gran Marcha, the big marches, saw millions of people take to the streets across
Did
the
he
country
just say
to
20,
protest unjust
2006?
immigration laws at the federal level. La Gran Marcha
When was
culminated
20,
in a massive
2006?
march on May 1st here in Los Angeles on what became to be known as a day without immigrants. It is truly one of the most inspiring events that have ever happened here in the city of Los Angeles.
Retarded.
One that has inspired many people, including myself, to
2006.
be part of something bigger than just an individual self. And since then, May Day
Retarded.
in Los Angeles has become synonymous not just with workers' rights, but immigrants' rights as well. Today, we celebrate 20 years since that Gran Marcha, and more than ever, we feel the importance of solidarity as we bring our voices together to fight the corporate fascism driving so much of our politics today. So thank you all so being here today, celebrating with us, and I hope to see you all on Friday at 10 a.m. at MacArthur Park. where the march will be ending right
MacArthur
here in
Park.
Molina Grand Park.
Bring
As we
your
take to the
fentanyl,
streets to uplift
your
immigrants
knife and
workers
gun,
of this city and of this country.
and your bulletproof
And now I
vest.
would like to introduce a friend and colleague of mine, the council member for the 14th district of Los Angeles.
Or
where
personal
where
security
the
and
May
lots
Day
of
march
it.
will be concluding this Friday, Councilwoman Isabel Jurado.
Was she born
Thank
in
you, Councilmember Soto
2006?
Martinez. Good morning, everyone.
If you
Again,
die-
on May Day, we're here to say something simple and true. Workers run this city. Without workers, LA stops. I'm talking about childcare providers holding families together so parents can work, teachers showing up for our kids, even when resources fall short, hospitals, janitors, cooks, delivery drivers, street vendors, essential workers, people who keep this city moving
Yeah,
every
street
single
vendors
day.
keep the city going.
You know,
Yes.
and
Yes.
even in these hard times,
Yes.
you know what we know to be true is that workers still show up. You keep working, you keep caring for this city, and even when it doesn't always care for you in the ways that you need. And that's why I'm proud to stand with Caressa, Nedebska Chirlas, SEIU 721, and so many others who are not just talking about justice, they're delivering it in real time. Rapid response, legal support, know your rights, showing up when it matters most. Because in Los Angeles, we believe in dignity, we believe in protection, and we believe every worker deserves to live and work without fear. So let me be clear, we will not accept the raids as normal, we will not accept families being torn apart, and we will not stop fighting for the people who make this city possible. And on May Day, we don't just honor history, we make it. And so I'm excited to see you all on May Day 2026. Come out with us, come out with the workers, let's stop this city, and believe survivors. Thank you.
That helps the city. Let's stop the city. That helps the city. Your love for the city, but let's stop the city for
Thank
a
you
day.
so much, Councilmember Jurado. You know, today
Get outta here,
in
you
Washington, D.C.,
pendeja.
the Supreme Court is hearing cases about the temporary protected status for over
Another
300,000
retarded commie.
immigrants. These are folks from Ukraine, Haiti, Syria, El Salvador, and Honduras. He's
Everywhere
here in
but
Stan-
here.
he's here in Stanton to impact the
Everywhere
lives
but
of so
here.
many of our friends, family, and neighbors. Many of
Everywhere
the
but
folks
here.
that we know personally. So today I'm honored to introduce someone deeply involved in that fight, a community leader, a TPS holder from El Salvador, a construction supervisor, and a member of the Carecen TPS Comité. Please welcome Santos Gonzalez.
Let me fast forward as much as I can to Santos here.
Aunque mi permiso de trabajo está vigente hasta el 9 de septiembre, eso no me da seguridad ni estabilidad
Yes, they
laboral.
don't care about
You know,
Americans.
my work
Mark.
permit is secure until the 9th
It's all
of
about knee
September.
bending to
That
anybody
doesn't
who's
give
from a
me
different country
the
to get those
guarantee or
votes.
security
To
and
pretend to care about
stability.
them.
Porque todo está en litigios en la corte.
Because all is in litigation right now with the courts.
Quiero mencionar que hoy, en este día, en la otra costa, en Washington, D.C.,
I want to mention that today, right now, on the other side of the country in Washington, D.C.,
compañeros del TPS están a las afueras de la Corte Suprema.
our peers from TPS are right outside the Supreme Court.
TPS reports?
Donde
I
escuchan
don't like doing
argumentos
those.
And they are hearing arguments
sobre el caso de los hermanos de Siria y Haití.
of the cases with the brothers and sisters from Syria and Haiti.
Brothers and sisters from Haiti and
Pero
Syria. huh?
esto no solo define el caso de Siria y Haití, sino que afectará, la decisión que tomen afectará
But this not only affects the case involving Syrians and Haitians, but it will also affect
a más de 1.3 millones de beneficiarios del TPS.
more than 1.3 million beneficiaries from TPS.
Good.
Nosotros
Fantastic.
aquí desde Los Ángeles hemos enviado a un grupo de más de 40 personas
Us here from Los Angeles, we have sent out a group that is composed of more than 40 people
de diferentes partes de California en apoyo a la comunidad tepeciana en Washington, D.C.
many people from California, from all over California of diverse backgrounds to support that community out in Washington, D.C.
Muchos han viajado en avión, tren,
Many have traveled with planes, by train, plane.
And automobiles?
Automóviles.
Oh, Spindler just walked in. Look at him back there. The red
Cars.
shirt.
para llegar a escuchar
Got 3 regulars.
de lo que se va a hablar en la Corte Suprema, ya que nos afecta mucho a todos los tepecianos.
For the hearing that is taking place in the Supreme Court, because it is affecting all of us, many of us, the TPS beneficiaries.
Recordando también de que Honduras, Nicaragua y Nepal están también bajo litigios en la Corte.
Remembering that Honduras, Nicaragua, and Nepal are also under litigation in the
Get
court.
out of here. That's gone.
Y
Mike Trout, home
mediante
run.
estos 3 países no
Mike
tienen una
Trout's doing well,
protección
man. It's good to see.
en estos momentos.
And these countries don't have any protections in these
10th home run of the season, 21 RBIs for
Por lo
Mike
tanto,
Trout.
están viviendo
10
una
bombs.
incertidumbre
1-1.
And they are living through an
Angels,
uncertainty,
White
however.
Sox.
ya que están perdiendo lo que es trabajo, licencias de manejar, seguro médico,
Because they're losing work, their driver's license, and medical coverage.
As they should.
Por esta razón, le pedimos que prioricen financiamiento para servicios legales y programas comunitarios.
And for that, we ask that you prioritize resources for social services
Yeah,
and
Meta.
legal representation.
Sad, though. Want to see him do
Ya
something
que
in
en
the
estos
playoffs
momentos de incertidumbre,
before he retires.
Because now, during these uncertain times,
Shohei
estos
sucks.
recursos serían de mucha importancia para nuestras vidas y toda la comunidad tepeciana.
Crazy, man.
these resources would be of a high importance for all of us in our communities and many of the people of TPS.
Muchas gracias a todos.
Thank you so much, everybody.
More free shit, everybody, please. I need more free shit. It's more important about the people from Syria and Haiti and Nicaragua and El Salvador than it is for the people in America. So you hurry, Americans, hurry up and fucking pay, you fucking Nazis. You bigots.
Next up, I would like to
Hurry up.
introduce a jornalero, a day
Hurry
laborer
up.
from Idepsca's Cypress Park Job Center to share his experience. As we know, day labor centers have been the areas most attacked under this federal administration. And so I'd like to please welcome Jose Pepe
Good place
de
to
la
start.
Torre.
Base hit. Soler with a base hit. Runner on first for the Angels.
Buenos días, gracias a todos.
Good morning. Thank you, everybody.
Yo soy jornalero por más de, puedo decir que más de 40 años, pero ahorita estoy como en mi casa en el Cypress Park Labor Center para laborers.
Yeah, I've been a day laborer for, I'd say, more than 40 years, but right now I'm in my house in Cypress Park.
Estoy súper agradecido y contento de mirar a toda la gente aquí tan hermosa, unidos, la comunidad y todos ustedes de aquí. Nunca me imaginé venir a ver esto y a mirar esta bandera norteamericana, mexicana y de todas las naciones.
I'm very grateful to see everybody here, everybody united. I never really imagined coming here, seeing all the flags, the North American flags, the Mexican flags, everything just all together.
And no American flags. You notice
Bueno,
that?
a diario
Master, I get it. And that
pasamos
goes for everybody,
un
not
poco de
just Mexican folks.
violencia
That goes for
ahí
everybody.
en el Home Depot y de parte de ICE.
On a day-to-day basis, we have suffered much violence there at Home Depot at the hands of ICE.
Again, nobody's against legal
No quiero ser
immigration.
víctima,
We're
pero
against
Yo
illegal
tengo bastante
immigration.
suerte,
There's a big
bastante
difference.
fe y ánimo, pero hay otras personas que sufren más que yo, pasando con miedo de no ir al centro de trabajo y no pueden proveer comida para su familia.
I don't want to make myself a victim. I've been very lucky and very fortunate, but there's other people who aren't as fortunate as me. They have not been able to go to the worker center to find work and to be able to continue to provide for their families.
Is that Bebe back there? I think I saw Bebe.
Yo estoy
Bebe is there.
ahí en el centro donde estoy ahorita, me siento como en casa.
You remember
Me han
Bebe?
ayudado bastante económicamente,
Bebe.
encontrándome trabajo y claro, poner yo mi parte también, hacer un buen trabajo, respetar a la comunidad y servir a la comunidad.
And me, the Day Labor Center, it's been kind of like my home for me. They've helped provide me with work and economic stability, and even me.
That's what I thought,
I take
Sky,
pride
but
in
it's not.
and being a hard worker and helping out the
I thought it
community.
was Bebe from South Park.
Claro, tengo el apoyo de todos mis compañeros de aquí de atrás y de enfrente que son grandiosos.
She's a little different.
And I have the support of all my great peers that are right behind me here too.
Man, we're never going to get to public
Dar
comment.
Gracias y
This shit's been
decirles
over
que
an
estoy muy
hour.
agradecido
They've been
con
talking
todos
for an
ustedes
hour
por lo que están
and
haciendo,
got
por nuestra
nothing
comunidad,
done.
apoyándonos y quisiéramos, pues tenemos muchas
And I'm sorry,
necesidades,
guys,
no es
because
perfecto
normally
nuestro
this is
lugar,
for
pero es
Friday.
hermosísimo,
They do this
más fondos.
Fridays. That's why I
And
come
I'm
on
here
late
to
on
tell you,
Friday.
well, I'm very grateful and I appreciate all the support and everything you guys are doing. Our community still has a lot of needs and we still need a lot of funds and resources for the center.
Of course you need funds and
Muchas
resources.
gracias.
Everybody needs money. Money, money, money. Hurry up.
Muchas gracias, Pepe. Thank you so much. We also
Pinche
really wanted to highlight
Americanos,
the
hurry up.
workers of the
I need the
movement
money.
today. So our next speaker is a Los
Aye.
Angeles fast food worker who has been an active member of
Another
the California
fast food worker who's a
Workers Union for the
frontline
past
worker.
4 years.
Who built
Probably seen her
America.
here giving public
Because
comment.
she works
has
at
fought
Taco
and won
Bell
higher
or
wages
that works
at
at
the state
McDonald's
level,
or
and now
Jack
she's
in a
fighting
Box.
here in this building for safe working conditions and paid time off. Please welcome Candida Masin.
Where's Bebe? I want to see Bebe. Where's Bebe?
Buenos días, mi nombre es Cándida Macín. Llevo 30 años trabajando en McDonald's aquí en Los Ángeles.
McDonald.
Hello, my name is Candida
30
Macín,
years.
and I have been working in the McDonald's here in Los Angeles for 30 years.
30 years and you still haven't spoken English, huh?
Sindicato de
Fuck.
Trabajadores de Comida Rápida aquí en
30
California.
years.
And I'm part of the Fast Food Workers Union here in
I'd be
California.
speaking Spanish if I was in
Es un
Mexico for
honor
30
estar
years.
hoy
I'm letting
con
you know
ustedes
that right now.
celebrando el Día
Right now.
Internacional del
By
Trabajador.
3 years in,
And
I'd be
it's a privilege
fluent.
to be with you today to celebrate International Workers' Day.
Hace poco, a solo una cuadra de mi tienda, vivimos redadas injustas de agentes de inmigración.
Just recently, a block away from my store, we ended up having illegal raids.
Vi a mis
How are they
compañeros
illegal?
con mucho miedo. Vi a un
They're
padre
legal
llorando por
raids.
temor a
For
ser separado de
illegals.
sus hijos.
Maybe she's confused.
I watched people go through a lot of fear. I watched a father in fear of being separated from his children.
En ese momento, conociendo mis derechos, me puse de pie para calmar a mis compañeros
Fucking
y
idiot.
clientes.
In that moment, knowing what my rights were, I
Look at her
got
jacket.
up to both calm my coworkers as well as the clients.
Recordándoles que todos tenemos derechos sin importar de dónde vengamos.
And reminding them that we all have rights, no matter where we come from.
Aún existe el miedo.
She's a union
Mientras
member.
tanto, las corporaciones como McDonald's no hacen nada para
Ian, you might be right.
But still, the fear persists.
That's a union
as
jacket.
corporations like McDonald's don't do anything to protect
Look
us.
up SCIU.
En un Winner's
Or
Mitchell de aquí
SEIU,
de Los
sorry,
Ángeles, los
SEIU.
gerentes amenazan con llamar a ICE si los trabajadores denuncian abusos como el robo de salario.
In fact, here in a Wiener Schnitzel here in Los Angeles,
Hey, don't be
the
talking about weed.
owners threatened to call ICE if people voice accusations of things like salary, like wage theft.
Esos compañeros finalmente conocieron sus derechos a través de nuestro sindicato y fueron a la huelga.
Finally, through our union, these
That's what I'm
coworkers,
saying,
these
Ann, yeah,
workers
she's
learned
a
what their
union
rights
member.
were, and they went to the protest.
Cuando conocemos nuestros derechos, nos levantamos. Por eso los trabajadores de comida rápida en Los Ángeles luchamos por una ley que exija entrenamientos.
That's why when we know what our rights are, we get up and fight. And that's why we're asking for a law that makes sure that we can learn what our rights are in our workplace.
A law so we can
Obligatorios
learn
sobre
our rights?
derechos laborales.
Is this for
To
real?
learn our rights, our labor rights.
A law so we can learn our rights.
Pero
How about
no
just
queremos
learning their
un
rights?
entrenamiento virtual ni controlado por
Not
las
requiring
empresas,
legislation to
porque
do it.
sabemos que ellos prefieren que no conozcamos la ley y quieren entrenamientos vacíos donde solo presionan un botón.
But we don't want these to be virtual Know Your Rights workshops. We don't want them to be something that in which the companies just want us to press a button and be able to get away with stuff.
That's right,
para
Ian.
seguir trabajando.
It's in
Es hora
English,
que
though,
las
Ian. She
leyes
can't read it.
se aseguren que aprendamos nuestros derechos sin la interferencia de las empresas.
To keep working, we need to be able to learn our rights without the interference of corporations.
Y eso lo lograremos con la ordenanza de trabajo justo de comida rápida.
And the Fast Food Fair Work Ordinance, that's what's going to get us there.
Es hora de cambios para nosotros, para los conserjes, para los trabajadores públicos y para todos los que mueven esta ciudad.
And so it's time for change for the janitors, for the public workers, and everyone who keeps this city moving.
Así como me puse de pie en mi tienda ante la redada, levantémonos hoy juntos. Hoy es el día en que tomaremos el poder que siempre hemos tenido para cambiar las leyes en esto. Trabajos para todos.
Is there a time limit?
And so just
Apparently
the way I
not.
stood up in my workplace during the ICE raids, it's time for all of us to stand up for fair work for everyone.
Except for white men.
Gracias a todos por su apoyo. Y sí podemos, compañeros. Sé que sí se puede. Sí se
Thank you,
puede.
everyone.
Sí
And
lo
remember, we
lograremos.
can do it. Yes, we will.
Sí se puede. Muchísimas gracias.
No, you
Candida.
won't do it.
Before I close, I have one last speaker that I would like to introduce.
I like her teeth.
Chirla, an incredible organization founded in the 80s, has been at the forefront of the battle for immigrants' rights, and one of the key
She got
leaders
some
in
fresh
making
new-
May Day what is
she got a
what it
fresh
is
new
in Los
grill.
Angeles. So on behalf of Chirla, please welcome their Director of Organizing, Pedro Trujillo.
Pedro, please make it quick, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, all.
Chirla.
Such a great time to be in community. Such a much needed time to be in community.
Huh?
I'm going to do a quick question in Spanish and I'll say it in English. ¿Quién estuvo en las gran marchas del 2006 aquí atrás? ¿Alguien que pudo participar? Anyone participated in the marches of 2006 for May Day? So we recall how in our city there was gridlock, not by vehicles this time, but by people and people power. Because for blocks and blocks and blocks, there was a sea of folks wearing white t-shirts. People who were coming from different walks of life. I was a 17-year-old at the time, and I came with my parents and with my younger sister. We were wearing white.
Thank
We
you,
took
Kami.
the Dash, public transpo, to join the crowd that had gathered
This is
here in
his,
City
his
Hall.
hat, what he's wearing. Read that.
And
18 hours ago.
It gave me so much hope. So much hope that there were so many people who cared about justice and to
80
fight
million of
against
our
a
dollars.
federal legislation.
And he needed that more money. You better give it, or you're a
And we
bigot.
won. But people all over the country stood up the same way in cities that don't typically are known for protests. We're out there in the thousands and hundreds of thousands. And so we once again come together with a new threat from the federal government against our way of life, against the fabric and makeup of our community, which is so heavily immigrants and worker. In California, half of all children have at least one immigrant parent. That's just the new reality that not only the city, but the state has. And we are standing up to defend our families. That's what this is about. And so on May 1st, we have a coalition of over 125 endorsing organizations, unions, grassroots groups that are coming together at 10 a.m. at MacArthur Park, historic MacArthur Park, to once again shut it down.
Yes, again, shut it down.
For worker power,
We need your
for
money,
immigrant
and you're a
power,
bigot if
for
you
our
don't give it
families,
your
and
money.
for the
You're
future
a
of this city. We
bigot.
will not back
You're a
down from the fight,
Nazi.
because
I
that's
need
not
your
who we
money.
are. We stand up for our values, and we will continue
Fucking
to do
commie.
so. Thank you all so much.
Cockroach. Get out of here, you communist cockroach.
Thank you
Why
so
don't
much,
you get
Pedro.
another job and help fund
Colleagues,
your
and for the
people? But you
public,
won't
this
do
is just
that.
a
You'll
small
steal
sample
ours.
of the organizations and the folks
Fucking
that you will
thief.
see out there marching. Candida, a
All the rest of you
30-year
churla
fast worker
cockroaches.
fighting for just scheduling and protections on the job. Pepe, a day laborer who's asking for more support to support the folks that have been attacked the most from this administration. and Santos in this country for 25 years fighting for TPS to be able to stay in this country and find a pathway to citizenship. And so I hope all you all come
You don't need
this
my
Friday, 10
Nazi
a.m. at
money.
MacArthur Park, where, as Pedro said, we're going to be what? Shutting it down.
Hey, Pedro, you don't need my Nazi money.
Thank you so much,
You don't need it. I'm a Nazi.
Soto
You don't need all
Martinez,
the
and,
money.
we want to join in the push to get as many people
You're not gonna
as we
get
can
my money.
to the May Day rally on this coming Friday at 10 a.m. We need to make sure 10 of the council members are still here so we can conduct business. But other than that, everybody go to MacArthur Park.
See,
Councilmember
other than
Rodriguez.
that, get out and be a commie on our dime. That's a time where he should be working on the city, but no, they're going to go to MacArthur Park, hang out with all the fucking hypes and drug addicts.
You know, sadly, this has been.
And again, we got to hear the fucking pig talking again.
Never been more important.
Does she ever not talk about anything?
Shut up, bitch. And so I want to thank you all for your dedication.
Everything she has to say about everything. She's got something about everything.
We're going to see crowds the likes of which we have never seen in the history of this movement. And that's
Good
because
luck.
we've never seen quite the level of assault that we've been impacted by as we have in this last year.
You better give me the money
I
and
just
stop
wanna say thank
assaulting.
you and remind you how incredible your strength is to everybody who can't participate, who are fearful of participating.
Ah,
And this is a
yes.
reminder to everybody who's watching or in the audience that our job is to protect the most
I hope
vulnerable
ICE
in
shows
these
up,
moments,
just starts
but to
snagging
show
fools
up
left and right.
in their
ICE, are you
ability
watching?
or in
Mayday,
their
they told you they're going to be
inability to
there.
themselves.
May
So I want to
1st.
thank you all for being here, for being in this fight, and we stand with you.
MacArthur
and,
Park.
you
In
know,
fact, I'm going to call ICE
let's-
tonight and just say, hey, May 1st, I got a rally going.
Bring this city to
You
a
guys should just show up
standstill.
right there, hang out.
In reminding and being
Take a
an
look at this
example
one first.
in this
Make sure
country
she's legal.
Of exactly what immigrants bring.
Check
to
her
this
legal
country.
status.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Padilla.
Send her ass back to Haiti.
I want to thank Councilmember Jurado and Soto Martinez for leading on this presentation.
Ian, where you at?
I know that this is the kind of presentation that all of us care about, but you guys always own it, and I appreciate that. You know, I always look forward to May Day, similar to how we just talked about in the previous presentation, how it's important to celebrate things because it forces us to talk about what's important. And I think that as May Day comes around, you know, as I listen to the different testament of the different workers that are here today, I'm reminded that the international worker changes with every generation, right? And because workers and work changes in every generation, it's why it's important that we as the folks that are on the policy side hear from you
No,
guys.
she doesn't,
and we
Ian.
use this date to talk about how,
Gotta work
you know,
on that with her.
work has changed, right? Work has changed. There are, as someone who used to work at Lane, Los Angeles Alliance for a New Economy, for those of you who don't know, the reason Lane exists and built
Lame?
the
Is that
whole
where she
thing with
worked?
Lane is
Or
they want to
Lane?
make work better for jobs that cannot be exported, right? There is
I
some jobs that you just have to have people for. And those are the ones that we work really hard to make their lives better. So to all the fast food workers and everyone who's sharing their stories about how it's important that you have a dignity at your place of work, thank you for that. That is why we are here. We are here to talk about it. We are here to see what we can do because at the end of the day, some things just can't get done without workers. So arriba todos los workers, International Workers' Day. Thank you.
Thank you, members, and thank you, council members Jurado and Soto Martinez. I really appreciate that you all hold the line on this day. It's so important, especially in this country.
And the gaslighting's
at this,
through the roof.
Time, the bosses all over the world do the same thing. They try to divide the working class. Right now,
And
we
you
have
don't?
an active movement to divide the white working class from the rest of the working class.
And you don't.
To divide immigrant workers from documented workers, to divide workers who work for companies or corporations from workers who work in small businesses.
You hear that?
And the May Day is a reminder that everybody wins when workers win. At this moment in this country, We just found out this morning the cost of the war on Iran is $25 billion.
But he didn't care when Obama. They didn't care when Obama was delivering pallets of cash, billions directly to them, not billions to bomb them and take their infrastructure away, but billions so they could build up their infrastructure for nothing. Didn't care then.
Sitting here having a budget committee trying to scramble together how we get money for police
thanks for wearing
and
the Ben Davis
and all
today.
of this. Money could have completely wiped out homelessness in the country.
Didn't care
It
about
could have
Ukraine
provided
either,
health care
Doreen.
for everybody who works in this country. And so keeping our eye on the prize every time they try to divide us, I think is so important. And
I would never be aligned with you ever. I'll die before I hang out with you and your people.
More than any action I've
You and
seen.
you dumb
2006
Democrat idiots.
is the
You
closest thing the
knee-bending
United
fools.
States has
I
seen
will
to,
never
to
hang
a
out with
general
any
strike.
of you.
I
Ever.
think probably since the
None.
1950s. And so we want to keep that
None.
movement going.
I'll die
keep it
before
strong,
that
and just remind everybody, the whole thing shuts down without workers.
Even
workers
even
need to
if
stand
aliens
together,
came down
when
and
workers
attacked
stand
us, I'd
together
let
and
those
workers win, we all
motherfuckers
win.
shoot
So
you.
thank you all so much for everything that you've done.
Yeah, don't run, bro. Oh, yeah, he's gone. He shouldn't have ran.
Present this certificate to all of
I'll
our
be watching
speakers
you get
honoring
fucking zapped.
May Day on behalf of the city of
Giggling.
Los Angeles. Thank you so much. Si se puede, and see you out in the streets.
Boo! Fucking commies. All right, who are the next beggars to come up? Who else needs money today? Which begging groups up here? Fucking 50 years old out here still begging. Be ashamed of your fucking selves. That's what happens when you have too many kids and you can't fucking afford them. That's what happens. You live in poverty. They live in poverty because your selfishness created your kids' poverty. So I don't want to hear why your kids
All right,
are
Mr.
impoverished.
City Attorney, if you can
It was
prepare us for
because of
public
you
comment for this
and
morning's
your
meeting.
selfish choices, folks, that have too many kids. Or kids at all, even one kid, when you
Providing
can't
public
afford
comment.
yourself.
When it's your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak to. You'll have 1 minute
Selfish.
per item, up to 3 minutes total for the
You're
items
selfish.
open for public comment. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic.
Making other people
Our goal
pay
is
for
to
your
get through as many
mistakes.
speakers as we can.
Sad as
If you are
fucking
not
50.
on topic, or if we
Fucking
cannot tell
sad.
whether you're on
You
topic,
sad.
you will get one brief warning from me or the council president. At that point, you need to get immediately and clearly on topic. If you do not do so, or if you begin stray off topic, you will forfeit the rest of your speaking time, and we will move on to the next speaker. The items that are open for public comment on the agenda are items 1.
Hey, his hair looks clean
items
today. What do
3
you guys
through
think?
8, item 15.
It's a little
and
funny
items
on top,
26
but
through
it's
83.
it's
So
just
again,
because it's
the
so
items
big.
that are open for public comment on the
Like
agenda.
that much hair is
are
just not
items 1,
controllable.
items 3 through 8, item number 15, and items 26 through 83. Item number 2 has been continued and is thus not open for public comment, and item 15 is reopened at the request of Councilmember
Like a
McCoskey.
bent trash can
Members
lid
of the public may
on
also
top.
speak for up to 1 minute for general public comment. During general public comment,
Why can't the
members of
Sharks
the public
win?
may speak to any of the items or anything else
Because they're
in the
not
city's
playing
subject
anymore.
matter
They're busy
jurisdiction.
golfing, my
We
friend.
will tell you when your time is up.
For the last week or two.
A few more announcements, if I could have the interpreters make this first one allowed to
Next
the room,
year will be a
please.
good year for the Sharks.
If you require
Don't
a
worry about
Spanish
it.
language interpreter,
I'm all in
please
on
make sure to
Macklin.
pause every few sentences
I'm not even a
so
Sharks
the interpreters
fan.
can interpret.
That kid's a
Si
real
usted
star.
requiere
He's the
interpretación en
next
español,
McDavid.
por favor
He is.
asegúrese
it
de
first.
hacer una pausa entre sus oraciones para que el intérprete pueda interpretar.
Did he get a 10? Maybe he was gone for a few days, Ian. That's probably where he was. Probably in our Barbados spending our money on our dime.
Don't worry, we will pause your time while the interpreters are
DEA
interpreting, so you will
investigation
get the same
underway
amount
at
of time as
home in
everyone else.
Tustin. Uh-oh.
No se preocupe, vamos a detener el reloj mientras que el intérprete interpreta. De ese modo tendrá la misma cantidad de tiempo que los demás.
Costco quietly makes a subtle change to its famous
Additionally, if you've made
$1.50
an
hot dog.
accommodation request under
Uh-oh.
the ADA or pursuant to the ADA in order to make
Hot
use of the
dog
wireless
combo.
handheld microphone with the clerk's office, once you hear the name that you signed up under called aloud, please raise your hand so the sergeants can provide you with that wireless handheld microphone. Finally, in order to help us accommodate as many people as possible and to run an efficient public
Yeah,
comment
Doreen, because
period,
that's where the
we would
immigrants
ask that you please
and the
wait
drug
until you
addicts
hear the
flee
name
to.
that you signed up under called aloud
And these
before
people
lining
just take
up
care
on
of
your
them. Why?
left-hand
So
side
those
of the
people will
council
vote
chambers.
for them,
Thank you.
keep them in power, because those people are not very bright.
I'd like to begin public
And they just
comment
like
by
free
calling up
shit.
a few names: King Charles, Jacqueline Figueroa, Aaron Belliston, and Who Ate.
Located where? On Figueroa.
Jessica Figueroa and what was it? King Charles. Who was it? King Charles. Oh man, sometimes I just miss this shit. This is great. I don't think that's King Charles, but who knows? Looks like a no
Good
kings
morning. What
Democrat
would you like to speak to?
who bells for kings.
For item number 10.
Item number 10? So item number 10 is not currently open for public comment, but you can speak to it during general. So you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Jacqueline Figueroa. I am an Associate Vice
She's
President
real.
of Development for About Communities. We're an affordable housing developer, operator, and service provider. I'm here to support item number 10, the recommendation to authorize the issuance of Round 1 Homes for LA funding. Our project, Chavez Gardens, is located in Council District 14. This project will provide 110 new homes for low-income households, including a number of units for permanent supportive housing. With ULA serving as the city's only significant permanent funding mechanism, this opportunity is crucial to continue building and preserving affordable housing. We respectfully request City Council to approve the recommendation listed in item 10 and do everything it can to preserve this essential source of funds for years to come. Thank you and the City of Los Angeles Housing Department for your support as we work to deliver these homes to residents of the East Side. Thank you.
Yeah, I thought she was fun.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Funning us. Thought it was, like 3-inch trampers.
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Item 82.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for the item. Go ahead.
All right, thank you. I'm with the project here. This is a very simple 2-lot subdivision that's ready to go and be recorded at the county. We are just here to request that one council member might please make a motion to adopt this item forthwith, which would allow the Bureau of Engineering to deliver that map to the the recorder's office tomorrow, and the county is waiting to receive it tomorrow so that it can be recorded tomorrow. So if we could just get that item adopted forthwith so that it can be recorded tomorrow to meet some obligations that the ownership has, it would be tremendously helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And just by way of information, item number 82 has already been requested to send forthwith if approved. So thank you.
Bloody king.
Good morning.
I've
You
been
have
there.
3 minutes for the
Right.
items and 1 minute
Look
for
at his
general.
face.
Go ahead.
Viewer discretion is advised.
That's right.
It's
So, let's look at the item number 1, the bloodsucker out of number CD14, the goddamn fucking business improvement district. We have these in London, and they're a bloody ripoff. Who the hell does something like this in America? And the answer is a communist.
That's it.
The bloody communist over there in Jurado. She's a bloody communist.
Yes, she is.
So,
She's not even
all
there.
of you that voted for this business improvement district under the United States Code 42 U.S.C. 1983, fuck you and fuck your entire family.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And we call these things bribes over in London. Over in Scotland, we call it a bloody shank. And it's a public sidewalk category exemption. So this is where you pay off the local constables. And just look at these cocksuckers. Look at all of them. Out of shape, bald, old, decrepit, not paying attention, not doing their job. Just like the London City Council, exactly the same way. So I say no. And then number 4, we have CD6. We call her Imelda Smelda over there across the pond. That's right, because she's turned her whole district. The entire Olympic Committee cannot vote to put events in the Sepulveda Basin because you're stepping over all the drug dealers and all the needles and all of the other criminal activity over there on Woodley Avenue between Burbank Boulevard and Victory.
That is correct.
We have urged the police department to go into this area, restore the street lights, kick out the drug dealers and human traffickers. But no, Imelda Padilla says, no, I want more drug dealing. I want more homeless.
Speaker,
because
which item
I
are you speaking
support
to?
drug dealers. What the hell is your bloody head? Look
Those
at
are the
size
down
of
ass
that head.
kids.
Which item are you speaking to? And if you don't want to say, then I'm going to move you to general public
They
comment.
call you Pumpkinhead, is that correct? I'm on item number 9.
That is correct.
Can I speak on item number 9?
Item
Of
number
course
9
I
is
can
not open
speak.
for public comment.
I can speak on item number 40.
It does have a pumpkin
Let's
head.
try number 40. Can we speak on item 40? Yes.
I mean,
And it doesn't matter what anybody does here and speaks, they don't pay attention.
that's it.
The only thing they're going to pay
Okay,
attention
so
to...
we ask you politely to stay on topic. You did not
Yes,
do
the
so.
only
You were
thing they're
warned.
going to
General public
listen-
comment, you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
When the FBI says you're under arrest, then they'll pay attention.
That is correct.
Now, on our general comment, no Anithya Ramen Noodle for mayor.
That is correct.
She is a cancer.
That is
Read
correct.
Dan Gus's blog today about how naked black men show their genitals to white mothers in Van Nuys and Sherman Oaks.
That is
this
correct.
is the work of Nithya Ramen Noodle.
That is
this is what
correct.
she wants to turn our city into. Vote no on Nithya Ramen Noodle. Vote no on Karen Bass.
That is
The only
correct.
person left is the homeless white man in CD11 who Tracy Park will not give a formal endorsement to because, number one, she doesn't pay attention to the fucking meeting, and number two, she doesn't give a fuck about people who lost their homes in the Palisades.
That is correct.
So finally, we know the arrest warrants are coming. Come on, U.S. Attorney, start arresting these 15 pieces of dog shit.
That is correct.
Next speaker.
Before the next speaker begins, I'll call up a few more names.
Gotta love 'em.
Stacy Segura Berlinger.
Gotta love 'em.
Cajo Maida, JD Vance, Martha Cisneros, Smoke and Scan, and Stuart Silver.
Hey, JD Vance is there and Smoking Scan. It's a treat. What a real treat. Smoking Scan. Look at him, dude. Where's the bloody microphone? Fuck off,
Next
you
speaker,
twat.
please.
You fucking sausage.
Warning, you have hold on.
Viewer discretion
It
is
hasn't
advised.
started yet. You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Sorry about that, Mr. Dictator. But Pumpkinhead, on item 40 here, I want to disclose that current price on 14 indictments regarding the funding to balance and maintain housing. Now, if I was Smoking Scan, I'd be writing you guys a letter right now saying,
That's
fuck
two.
housing.
That's it. Fuck
What
it.
the fuck are you assholes gonna do about it?
That's it.
That's the honest truth. I mean, a white guy like me speaking to all you motherfuckers in it. There's no vulgarity in America. This is called the First Amendment.
Why isn't she getting stopped for bugging him?
Pumpkinhead.
His comment.
I hear a background voice. Are you gonna stop it, or are you just gonna let
Right.
me talk over me?
Exactly.
Stay on topic, or I'm going to move you to general.
See how he doesn't care?
Now,
See how that
as
see how
I
that
wash
worked?
my ass with my language, I want you to know, Miss Yorwalski, if you're paying attention when you're talking to that stupid.
This is your last warning. Stay on topic with the items if you want to speak to them. Otherwise, I'm going to move you to general public comment.
41, motion price, Yorgoslavsky, fucking right away cleanup. I am on topic.
Now
That's
you are.
CD9. So open up your shit and read it with me. Fuck it. Let me go to the next item.
Fuck
I'm
it.
tired.
Tell him.
Regarding Harris Dawson and Mr. Santos and Hutt, relative reward for the information leading to the apprehension and conviction of one fucking person. Really? You can't even do your job and you want apprehension of one fucking person? You know how much money it's gonna cost this city to find one fucking person? Pumpkin?
Pumpkin.
No answer? All right, I'll go to the next one.
Hysterical.
Regarding 49, por ejemplo, Escúchame bien, por favor.
Please be
For example, listen to me well, please.
Cosas aquí en el lugar de Boyle Heights.
These things here in the Boyle Heights area,
Nadie no quiere eliminación de los pinche calles, ya están sucio.
nobody wants elimination of those fucking streets.
Pero
already dirty.
cabrones, por su especial recognición, protecto, pasta zonas 40 years y servicio.
Why is his time running while he's speaking
Perdón,
Spanish?
se le dificulta entender. ¿Puede repetir lo que acaba de decir?
Down to my last seconds on number 46 and CD9, that fucking criminal price, and CD13. $30 million to finance a worthless, affordable multi-family.
Here he comes right
David
now.
O. Carter, the federal judge has warned you assholes. You're in contempt.
This has nothing to do with the item that is a
has to
TEFRA
do
item.
with
You've been warned.
multiple
Moving to
family
general. You have
housing,
1
sir.
minute for general public
Now
comment. Go
into my
ahead.
general public comment.
Here we go.
Once an asshole, always an asshole. It's like a summer night, smoking scan.
There's 3.
When I'm out on the beach thinking about Roseanne. No, not the kind of Roseanne you're thinking of, but the kind of Roseanne that I smell my ass when I go to the beach.
You need to connect this to something that's within the city's
Well,
subject matter
goddamn
jurisdiction.
beaches smell. How many times I've been to Venice Beach and they smell like shit? The bathrooms are dirty, the bathrooms are closed, the public can't use the facilities because the goddamn homeless people that you and your multi-families have refused to put in a fucking housing situation. Right, Smoking Scan?
That's it. There's 4.
You know it. That fucking asshole, big head, pumpkin head, continues to interfere with my fucking public comment because he's a racist, dog-eating, piece of shit, asshole, pinche madre de jamón de cabrón.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next speaker.
Before the next speaker begins,
I didn't hear
call
the
up
last
a few more
translation.
names: Christina Gonzalez, Luna DeSantos.
Where was the last
Blackpink,
translation?
Black Eyed Peas, and Eddie Molina.
The Black Eyed Peas are there? All of them?
Previous translation was fucking ham, motherfucker.
Mon.
Good morning, speaker. What would you like to speak to?
Fucking pig.
Thank you, everybody, for your patience.
Fucking pumpkin pig.
You have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Pumpkin pig.
Good morning, council
Awesome.
members.
Fucking
President.
love them. Thank you, Mr. Herman.
My name is Martha Cisneros, a lifelong Angelino residing in Boyle Heights, Council District 14. Bringing back Brooklyn Avenue, Macy Street should be a no-brainer, but somehow feels like 1993 deja vu that ignored backdoor scheming feeling. And here we are, 30 plus years later.
Same thing
I
happened.
told you so does not apply. Because who knew this 1993 blunder would come back to haunt us? I am perplexed as to how easy it is to remove historic names in this city without any consideration to
All
its
that-
rich history or its residents.
Think about all the millions wasted on street signs and everything
1875,
else.
Present to present day, Brooklyn Avenue and Macy
Statues.
Street bring no scandals, bring no crime, just good family childhood memories. Do what is right this time. Bring back the only name.
Speaker, your time has
that
expired.
should
We have to
never
move
have
on to
been
the next
removed.
speaker. Thank you. Next speaker.
Uh-oh, so she's for Cesar. It's too late. They got rid of him. It's Brooklyn Street again.
Before the next speaker goes, I'd like to call a few more names. Jasmine, Two Puffs, CTA, Maria Montes, Eddie Alvarez.
Who's Two Puffs?
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Who's Two Puffs?
Should I start? My name is Stuart Silver.
Where's Bebe?
Yeah, and, what would you like to speak to? Is it general or are there specific items?
General.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
My name is Stuart Silver. I'm with Silver RV Park. I'm here to talk to you about the position the city is in. We have 5 different lawsuits against the city presently, 3 with the state, 2 with the federal. The federal is a $20 million lawsuit with 2 separate lawsuits for civil rights violations and everything else that occurred. I presently have 2 RV parks that are in litigation, one in McCoster's area and the other one in Rodriguez's area. These parks have been completely approved and built out 100%. One of them just got opened because we had to go to court 8 different times. We have not lost once. This has been going on for 2 years. Now I find out the city wants to pay a law firm $160,000 to step in, and made aware McCoster's brother is a partner in the law firm, John McCoster.
Aww.
For this
See how that works?
appeal that you really don't have any chance of winning since it's decided on already 3 times in state court. Shouldn't you be working and trying to work something out because it's not going away? This could be pretty bad for the city.
Piece of shit.
I'm very disappointed in
Buckethead
McCoster.
motherfucker.
Next speaker. Speaker, your
The
time
old
has expired.
DEI Irishman over there and his crooked brother, huh?
Before
Cooked
the
up a
next speaker,
scheme.
I'd like to call a few more names. Brandon Atilano, Maria Luisa
That's it,
Palma,
Llama.
Fernando Perez, Puff, Shonique Williams, Sochi Medrano, and Lorraine Keeling.
How convenient, right, Llama?
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
Good morning.
I'm
My
guessing
name
his
is
brother
Diana
kicks him
Ibarra,
back a
native
nice little
Angelino.
envelope for getting him the deal.
I
What do you
want
think?
to speak about bringing back the name of Brooklyn Avenue.
I bet.
Thank you. And
Corruption
your
at its
consideration
finest.
is greatly appreciated. I am the founding president of the Boyle Heights Historical Society, but prior to that, in the 1990s, I started researching my amazing community of Boyle Heights, never knowing its history. So Brooklyn Avenue is important with its identity and connected to the first families even before it was known as Boyle Heights. So I'm asking for your consideration as you start renaming, replacing Cesar Chavez, who I from you. But thank you. I'm hoping that we'll see Brooklyn Avenue once again. Thank you for your consideration.
That's it. Thanks to Brooklyn Avenue.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Let's see it again.
Good morning. What would you like to speak
Keep
to?
it that.
Posición 10.
No, Bill, I don't think she's there.
Item 10.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general public comment.
I
Go
think
ahead.
someone just
Tiene un
used her
minuto
name.
para comentario general.
I could be
Adelante.
wrong. I don't see her.
Mi nombre es Cristina González, soy de Rancho San Pedro y le doy pues
My
estoy
name is
aquí para
Cristina
apoyar
Gonzalez from Rancho San Pedro.
Oh my God. Just tell him to talk and then pause, talk and then pause. How hard is this shit? Fuck. So what happens when we have a 70 IQ?
Soy de Rancho San Pedro
Fuck.
y vengo a apoyar a
He is there. I've seen him.
la
Yeah.
posición del
He's not
del
snorting.
dinero que nos
He's
van a
definitely
dar
watching Smoke and Scare.
para las nuevas
He doesn't snort anymore and no
I am
more
from
ums.
Rancho San Pedro.
There's
I'm
no
here
way
to
he would have
support the
stopped doing that.
proposition for the money that they're
Or
going to
Stacy
give for
told
the
him and then
new houses.
Stacy's friends with him. So don't worry about it. We're curbing him of
y
all
estoy
his bad
agradecida
habits.
porque van a ser
It's a good thing.
nuevas
Doesn't wear a
casas y
mask
se van
anymore.
a
We've
hacer
shamed him out of
bonitas.
that.
I am
No
grateful
more
that you're going
uhs
to
or
build new
ums.
homes that they're going to be very pretty.
It's good. No more snorts.
Creo que esto
Go ahead.
I think that is all.
We look, we as a community here help people.
Good morning. What would you like to speak
That's what we're here for.
Buenos días. Mi nombre es María Montes y es un comentario público del artículo 10.
Maria Montes, I want to do a general public comment for number 10.
I'm sorry, general and what? I couldn't.
Number 10.
Okay, so you have 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
Un minuto para general.
Ok, yo estoy aquí para decirles que el proyecto empezó en el 2015 y estamos muy contentos puesto que es un gran proyecto para nosotros.
This project started, and I'm here to tell you that this project started in 2015, and we're very happy because this is a very big one for us.
Y solamente quiero enfatizar que se nos ha mantenido muy informados desde el principio de este proyecto.
And I'm here to emphasize that it has kept us very well informed since the beginning of this project.
Se nos ha dicho y se nos ha tomado en cuenta en cada cambio.
We have been informed and we have been taken into account with every change that has happened.
ACLA y los desarrolladores, ellos han escuchado nuestros comentarios, nuestras necesidades.
And the developers, they've heard our needs and our comments and our necessities.
Y nos han invitado a todas las juntas, yendo a tocar puertas, también enviándonos cartas con día y lugar donde van a ser las juntas.
And they have invited us to all the
don't care
meetings,
to,
and they have sent
Dion.
us cards with information about the location and
They don't
time of
care
where all
about,
the meetings were going to take
You know,
place.
the culture, the
Y
language,
se nos dan
or
los
anything
cambios,
else.
avances y cualquier cosa que te queremos preguntar, ahí se nos tienen informados.
And they have informed us of all the changes with time in advance of whatever thing is going to happen or whatever changes are going to be put in place.
También se nos aclaran nuestras dudas o cualquier pregunta que tenemos.
And we are also, our doubts are being satisfied with whatever questions we have.
Se nos dan correos electrónicos, teléfonos o cualquier cosa por si en otro momento tenemos alguna duda o pregunta.
No,
We are
Dodgers
given
started in
emails
Brooklyn.
and phone numbers if
They were
there's
the
ever any
trolley
moment that we have
Dodgers.
questions because of there's any doubts.
Por
Brooklyn
eso
Trolley
yo estoy muy
Dodgers.
contenta y estamos muy
They would dodge the trolleys, the people.
emocionados y ojalá que sigamos adelante con este
Thank
gran
you.
proyecto.
Speaker, your time has expired, but I'm going to ask the
And they were the
interpreters to
Brooklyn
please
Dodgers
interpret the
there.
last sentence.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Bueno, se
When they
acabó su
came here
tiempo.
and they were still
But
the
yes,
Dodgers,
we are
just
very,
became the
we are
LA
very much
Dodgers
appreciative of all these resources that we have received. Thank you.
when the O'Malley's
Estoy
got
aquí
'em
para
and
hacer
brought 'em
un
here.
comentario público.
Okay. So you
Public
have,
comment.
you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Un minuto adelante.
Me llamo Fernando y trabajo en Wiener Schnitzlers en el Distrito
Wiener
5.
Schnitzel, that's
My
two
name is
now.
Fernando. I work in Wiener Schnitzel in District 5.
Wiener Schnitzel
Estoy
doing
aquí
bad.
para pedirles que aprueben la ordenanza del trabajo justo para la comida rápida.
I'm here to ask that you approve the fast food fair work ordinance.
Me declaré en huelga en Wiener Switcher después de descubrir que mi jefe
does not
estaba
even say
robando
it.
el salario de los
He works there.
trabajadores.
It's awesome.
I declared myself on strike in Wiener Schnitzel after finding out that the boss was stealing wages.
Después de la huelga, la gerencia intentó intimidarnos para que abandonáramos el sindicato y no volviéramos a hacer huelga.
And after finding out, the management tried to intimidate us to make us abandon this strike.
Pero mis compañeros y yo hemos recibido capacitación sobre nuestros derechos y sabemos que tenemos derecho a hacer huelga por lo que es justo.
But me and my coworkers, we have been informed of our rights, and we know that we have the right to go on strike so we get our rights.
Ese es el poder de aprender juntos y en persona sobre nuestros derechos. Ya no es tan fácil engañarnos.
And that is the power of learning together and in person about our rights, and now it's not so easy to fool us.
Estas sensaciones de capacitación son valiosas, pero solo cuando se toman en serio y se realizan en persona.
And these situations of training are very important and they're very valuable to us, but only if they're taken serious and if they are realized in person.
Para que todos podamos regresar al trabajo con la confianza de que compartimos el mismo conocimiento y comprensión.
With the confidence that we can all go to work with being knowledgeable about all this.
Gracias por su atención.
Thank you for your time.
I just wanted him to say Wiener Schnitzel one more time because he was having trouble with it, and I liked that. It was fun. The way he was saying
Good morning. What would you like to speak to?
On item 32 and general public comment.
Okay, so you'll have 1 minute for the item and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the item. Go ahead.
No going to
Thank
Wiener
you.
Schnitzel.
On item 32, today you are supporting SB 1076 on fire insurance. As a resident of Granada Hills Highlands, which is in a very high fire hazard severity zone, we maintain our properties within city requirements, but our community suffers from fire insurance cancellations and increases in premiums, and we've been subject to evacuations in the Sayre fire. Mr. John Lee, don't leave. I'm here to talk with you. Convenient that you're leaving right now. Wow. Evacuations in the Saddle Ridge fire in 2019 and the Hearst and Archer fires. We're glad that you recognize the impacts of wildfire, but not my city councilman. He just walked out when he heard that we're here to speak to him on a various number of items on these issues and wildfire in our community and the lack of affordability that our constituents face and the issues with the Cal Fair plan. And as we continue here with general comment, it is surprising that the application for elder care facilities by Confluent and Morningstar that Mr. John Lee is very aware of, which is why he scurried out of here like a scared mouse, is causing danger to our neighborhood in case that there would be an evacuation in that very high fire hazard severity zone. Thank you. At least somebody's watching here. And we as a community, we ourselves found defects in the application. City planning should render that application void. It is Morningstar Confluent is the developer. The developer signed as the property owner as under penalty of perjury. And we have to find this issue and send it to the ethics commission, and yet we've received no response on finding out whether that application has been voided or not. They are applying for an exemption, a workaround around CEQA. So city planning, who is supervising? Do you hear city council members supervise them? Wildfire in our neighborhood is not an if, but a when. Are you preferencing developers? Thank you.
That's it.
Next speaker.
Reactive, not proactive. Shout out to that lady. And John Lee.
I'd like to call some more speakers before the next speaker goes. Andrew Graebner, Alfonso Directo, Jacqueline Figueroa, Eva Amar, Angelica Esquivel, Fernando Perez, and Daniel Barajas.
What can we do for
Good morning.
him?
What would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
Good morning. My name is Sochi Medrano, and I am the political director for the District Council of Iron
What can we
Workers,
do for
also
him,
affiliated with the LAOC Building and Construction Trades Council. And I'm here to speak on behalf of support for item number 10. By streamlining the environmental review and permitting process for transit-oriented housing, the city is removing the red tape that often stalls critical projects and keeps our members on the job site. Off to the job site. We support this move because it provides the certainty needed to get the shovels in the ground faster and a steady flow of high-quality union jobs that offer family-sustaining wages and benefits. We urge a yes vote to item 10 to keep Los Angeles building
Under
and
over
our workforce moving.
2.
Thank you.
Under over 2 of him saying
more.
either
Testing,
Trump,
testing.
mentioning Trump, or saying the word fascist. Fascist
Good
or
morning.
Trump.
You have 3 minutes for the items and 1
Under
minute
over
for general
2.
public comment.
Put it
Please
in the
begin
chat.
with the items.
Thank you. I want to start with the
Shout out to
one
Audit.
that confronted.
Thank you,
I don't know what
Emperor.
the item number is that confronted Mr.
You do.
McCosker.
Have a great
and
day.
the one that confronted Mr. Lee. If you see the difference, that Mr. McCosker stayed and listened and even made eye contact with his constituent. Mr. Lee ran off like a little chicken, and he owes me an apology and he owes the speaker an apology. So good
That
job,
is
Mr.
correct.
McCosker. I'll give you credit for that. I know it's not easy to to sit here and hear criticism, but I will give you credit for that. But I'm here. I also want to talk about number 41. And I'm thinking a smoke and scan may agree with me
There's
on
4.
this item. When I read item, okay, and I saw that it was CD9 asking for $200,000 for a cleanup. Like, this is sad, but it's the truth. My thought was, well, it's CD9, and that council person there who is CD9, okay, has numerous indictments against him for fraud. And my first thought was, is this a fraudulent agenda item? Hopefully not. But because, Mr. Price, I am asking you, I don't understand why you're not stepping down until it's being adjudicated. I'm not saying you're guilty. I'm not saying you're not guilty. I have no idea. That's what the court's going to decide. But I don't understand why you are still here, and now we have no confidence. I have zero confidence whenever I see anything CD9,
That is
especially
correct.
because you helped Scientology at the Shrine event, okay, to where they are required to keep the sidewalks open, but CD9 helped them. They allowed them to keep it shut, and even allowed Scientologists to card and ID anyone trying to get through to their dorms, to the restaurant, whatever it is they wanted to go to. And again, this is not the behavior that we want from our council people. So I am asking you to please, we need confidence in our, I'm going to guess and hazard to guess a smoke and scan and will say that he has no
6.
confidence in any of you. But, but when
That
you're
is
indicted,
correct.
like, it's time to step down. And I'm respectfully, I'm not, it's just respectfully. But number 53, okay, you're preparing an ordinance to add to the definition of public nuisance. I want you to add, okay, that to the definition, anything like the Scientology Test Center that is a nuisance because it attracts global protest, global TikTok runs, whatever it is, it's a nuisance. And because they've all these years of crimes, of recruitment, of like tactics that are that are not good, okay, and it's a nuisance. So I am asking you to please add that definition. Okay. And then other than that, I'm saying no to any of your street vacations. I don't want Scientology thinking that's okay.
That's it. Morning, Pete.
Okay, I'm here. I want to talk about
evening.
Denim Day. Okay, I'm glad you're talking about Denim Day. But I'm going to sit here, I don't have denim, but in denim color, to stand up for all the women in Scientology Sea Org slave organization that had to have forced abortions in order to not lose everything. I'm going to talk for all the girls and the children and boys who were pedophiled, by pedophiles, raped by pedophiles, because they don't see children as children, and they didn't do anything. You guys didn't do anything. Even now, as victims come forward, you're doing nothing. And all the different, and the victims of Danny Masterson, okay, who were not allowed, who were horribly treated and not allowed to go to the law to ask for help for being date raped, whatever, by Danny Masterson. Okay, yes, we're getting some justice. But, I'm standing up for them because they got excommunicated for going to the police and saying that they were raped. And you guys don't care. I see all you, and you all stood up here and talking about...
Thank you, Randy Pinball. Thank you for the nice dono. It's time for Dodger baseball. That's it. I got the Angel game on right now. It's like 2-1 Angels. 2-1 Angels. I don't know what inning it is. It's going back and forth. Yeah, 2-1 Angels, bottom 7. Let me switch to the Dodger game.
Good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
The Guardians game got rained out, I guess, against the Rays. It's raining in Todd's house.
Keeling, and I want to speak about. I live in a home in San Pedro, and that home was supposed to always be for senior citizens, and now it seems that something else is happening, and it could end up drug addiction. And with that, our seniors would have to move, and at my age, that would really be an imposition. And I feel that drug addiction is a choice. Old age is God's choice. So I want to look after our seniors and not have that home become a drug addiction. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next speaker.
I'm guessing they want to do a like a halfway house next to her place or something.
Good morning. Good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
I don't know.
Public comment, please.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
To the honorable members of the City Council, I stand here before you regarding the Council File 26-0430. I am here to address a profound historical grievance. In 1993, the renaming of Brooklyn Avenue was forced upon us, silencing the residents and taxpayers of Boyle Heights while prioritizing outside interests. This maneuver didn't just change a sign, it erased a vital layer of our community's diverse heritage. History cannot be buried. Since 1875, Brooklyn Avenue has remained the true identity of this corridor. It is time for the council to rectify that wrong and restore the name to the people. Furthermore, I would propose that the space known as Dolores Huerta Square be renamed to honor a true humanitarian, Elizabeth Hetfeld Hollenbach. Finally, I urge you to amend the city policy to honor role models who have served our communities rather than figures who compromise our cultural integrity. We must restore honor and historic accuracy.
Hoppa, it's a long season. You can't win them all. And if you lost 52 games, 5-2, you'd be the best team in baseball.
Good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
52 games.
10. Okay. Is it 10 and general or just 10?
10 in general.
Okay,
the Dodgers have lost, what, 10 or 11 games?
Oh, I'm sorry. 10 is not open. You have 1 minute for general public comment. Go ahead.
Great.
So there's that.
Good morning, council members. My name is Steven Spielberg, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Affordable Housing for Alliant Communities, a developer of affordable workforce and mixed income housing. I've been developing housing in Los Angeles area for the past 20 years, so I've had the opportunity to work in many of your districts. I'm here today to ask you to approve the Ad Hoc Committee on Measure ULA's recommendation to issue funding awards based on LAHD's recommendation.
No.
As one of the developers selected to receive an award, we're truly grateful and excited for the opportunity to develop 200 affordable homes for individuals and families of the City of Los Angeles. I'm here today, however, to advocate for all the projects. Many of us on the list are already busy working on our tax credit applications due on May 19th. So it's imperative the council approve the recommendation list today and not move it to a future date. Additionally, many of the applications on the list will be requesting state tax credits, which will not be available again after May 19th.
Sorry, Steven Spielberg, they didn't give you enough time. Even you big filmmakers only get 1 minute. Go back to making hits, sir.
Vivian Escalante, Adrian Moon, David A., Jessica Sanchez, and Rick Westberg.
Remember, over under
Sorry,
2.
which items would you like to speak to?
Trump or fascist?
Item 53.
If you hear
and
either of those
general
words.
Comment, please.
All right, you said which items?
53.
53? Okay, and
Fuck, I
general?
hope he's not
Yes.
watching
Okay,
with like
so you
an
have 1 minute for
earbud
the
in
item
right
and
now.
1 minute for general. Apologies.
He's like,
Go ahead.
I
Please
think
begin
they're
with the
going to
item.
get me, huh?
Thank you, councilmen and
Hope he's
councilwomen.
not watching.
Several of your agenda items today bring me here. Housing policies, CEQA determinations, land use controls, and they're being shaped in real time in Granada Hills, California, with the Morningstar elder care facility, which I hope is on your radar. Morningstar is, you will see this case, and I want to be very clear about what is at stake. This project places a dependent population of people who cannot self-evacuate into a very high fire severity zone on a constrained two-lane evacuation route. And the reason this is happening is that the city is applying AB 130, which you'll be hearing a lot more about, and conflating it with the city ordinance, LAMC. AB 130, okay, general comment now. AB 130 was never intended to reclassify institutional elder care as housing, nor to bypass EIRs. These are facilities that concentrate vulnerable populations in a high fire severity zone. It's unbelievable that I'm even here worrying about a facility like this going in to a parcel that it's trying to go in at.
What's up, real men?
If this pathway is allowed to stand, it becomes a template, one that could place similar high-risk facilities into fire-prone areas across the city and the state. And this is not about opposing housing. It's about ensuring that definitions are applied correctly, that vulnerable residents are protected, and environmental laws are not quietly reinterpreted through a process. And I'm really sorry John Lee walked out on us.
Wow, John Lee, you're fucking shameful. Shameful.
I'd like
Scared of the old folks who voted for you, I
I'd like to
bet.
remind everyone in line to only line up if your name has been called.
Hopefully you all
Thank
remember
you.
that when you go vote.
Good afternoon.
Please,
What
I
would you
hope
like
you
to speak
remember
to?
that.
Good afternoon. My
What he
name
did
is
for
Martha
you.
Carrasco, and I'm a resident 38 years in Granada Hills. I'm here for public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute. Go ahead.
I am here to oppose the use of AB 130 streamlining and the CEQA exception of the Morningstar project at the corner of Shoshone and Granada Hills in District 12. This site is zone A1 1K, which is intended for low-density uses. A 98-unit, 24/7 elder care facility with assisted living and memory care is institutional in scale and simply does not match that zoning. This project requires discretionary approval. Therefore, it is not truly consistent and should not qualify under AB 130. Traffic and safety are major concerns. Shoshone is a narrow and low and two-lane
now
road
it's the-
and serves as a primary
What game is the
evacuation
Dodger
route
game on now?
to hillside homes.
What channel?
The intersection at Rinaldi is already heavily congested. Adding staff, visitors, deliveries, and emergency vehicles will worsen conditions and compromise evacuation during a fire and emergency. This project has...
Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Speaker, your time has expired.
Never
Next
mind.
speaker. Oh, and if you could all exit to your right-hand side, would help us. Thank you. Good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
Good morning, General.
Okay, so you have 1 minute.
Yes,
Go
good
ahead.
morning, council members. I'm very upset with the fact that Mr. Council Member John Lee left without here and listening to what we needed to say. I'm here to oppose the
Remember when you vote, buddy.
Morning Star for building up the Shoshone and Rinaldi Street in Granada Hills for elderly care. And so at this point, all I need to say is that this 98-unit 24/7 elder care operation with staffing shifts, deliveries, and emergency vehicle activity, that level of intensity is not consistent with A1, K1 zoning or the general plan, and not clear finding of consistency have been demonstrated. AB 130 was not intended to exempt projects of this scale, is constrained high-risk location. Using it here bypasses the level of review this project warrants. The issue is cumulative impact.
Okay. Thank you. Next speaker.
On to the next one. Get up in there.
Good afternoon. What
I
would
see
you like
you're
to
going to
speak
be
to?
a begging for money.
Buenos días, vengo a hacer un comentario público. Mi
Hello.
nombre es Félix y soy miembro de la Unión de Trabajadores de Comida Rápida.
Hello, I'm here.
Espérate. Tell his ass to wait, eh?
Hello, I'm here to give public comment. My name is Felix, and I'm a member of the Fast Food Workers Union. Adelante, señor.
Buenos días, mi nombre es Félix y soy miembro de la Unión de Trabajadores de Comida Rápida.
We
Y
went
trabajo
over
en
that already.
McDonald's, donde nos toman como sujetos y no como personas.
And I work in a McDonald's where they treat us like objects, not people.
Pinche McDonald.
Estoy aquí para hablar sobre la necesidad de aprobar la ordenanza de trabajo justo de comida rápida.
And I am here to speak about the need to pass the Fast Food Fair Work Ordinance.
Habemos más de 50,000 angelinos que trabajamos en comida rápida y la mayoría no conocemos nuestros derechos.
There are more than 50,000 Angelinos that are working in the fast food industry, and the majority of them do not know their rights.
Yo soy uno de ellos. El único entrenamiento que me han dado es un video y en el cual me obligaron a solo firmar y me trataron como que si yo fuera un robot.
And I am one of those. And the only training that I ever received consisted of videos that are played for us that simply instruct us to mimic everything, and they treat us as if we were robots and they just have a sign.
Queremos algo nuevo. Queremos tener un tiempo realmente dedicado a aprender y a entender nuestros derechos para poder poner un fin a los abusos en la comida rápida.
He's angry.
So we want something new. We want dedicated time to set aside to truly understand our rights, to learn about our rights, so that we can put an end to the abuse within the fast food industry.
Los exhortamos a todos para que nos apoyen con la ordenanza de trabajo justo de comida rápida.
We are asking you all to support the Fast Food Fair Work Ordinance.
Could you imagine going to his country and to his
Good
city
afternoon.
hall
What would you like
from
to
wherever
speak to?
he's from and screaming like that at them
I have
about
REAP
fast
case
food wages?
that's here today.
Can you imagine how fast
sorry,
you
what?
get shot?
A REAP.
Oh, okay.
Shoot her, right
So
here,
you have
through the
1
door.
minute for the
Yes,
item,
yes,
and
yes,
you were
through that
requesting
door
general?
right there. Don't worry about
Okay.
it. Yes.
So you have 1 minute for each. Go ahead.
Yes, we'll take care
Yes,
of you.
my name is Stephen Holmes.
You got a raise coming.
Here, I'm a member of Council District 8, and I'm also a builder. I'm building a unit on the back of my unit. I'm here because of the fact that you guys
Don't tell him that,
put
bro.
me in the REAP over some chipping paint and a screen. It's a guy in front of the building right now, a homeless guy. Unfortunately, he's giving grace while everybody else is getting tickets. So I'm just asking the council to give small mom and pops owners some grace to get through this process. When you try to call the building department, it's a 5 to 8 day wait that you have to wait on. So
Just to get a phone call
I'm just
back. I bet.
asking that it's hard enough being a small owner. It's hard enough dealing with tenants, and I'm just hoping that the council considers to put up something for the small mom and pops who are bringing housing here to Los Angeles.
Sir, keep doing what you're doing, but don't tell them about any project.
But
Thank you. Thank
your
you.
office
There's-
has helped me before.
Yeah,
Don't tell them
we're
about
gonna
your
help you
project.
today.
Before the next speaker, I'll be calling
Under
more
over
names.
2.
Richard Scandiato, Richard Welsh,
Fascist
Erwin
Trump.
Busey, Zachary Smith, and Carissa Kopasek.
Okay, I'm
afternoon.
going to speak to items 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 15, 26, 27,
Okay, so
28,
you have
29,
3 minutes
30.
for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
So there are multiple items related to lighting up City Hall.
That's
You know,
fascist.
various causes that you claim to support. So you light up City Hall a different color to represent that issue, and then you post on social media how you support that issue, while meanwhile no legislation is going through this council at all in support of that issue or anything or doing anything about it or anything like that. It's all performative, and it all blows through city's very limited
See how many
resources
swastika on he
for a
does?
vanity
Holy
project
shit.
that doesn't actually mean anything, since you're not actually doing
dog.
anything to further any of those issues. We have street banner to beautify the Port of LA. That's just another waste of money right now. Maybe beautify the Port of LA instead of actually beautify it instead of street banners. So we've got wetlands security in South LA, and item 64. I assume this is more money for policing and violence instead of anything that actually helps people, actually helps keep people safe, or provides resources that benefit the community. It's just more over-policing and stuff like that. So item 33 is in support of a state law banning police employment at ICE. So it seems like you're mostly supporting it, although I do question why you have it on there, that you have like an amendment that you want them to do that says something about how it's only DHS. So what, you want to make sure that none of the LAPD officers get caught up in it, because LAPD keeps repeatedly assisting and aiding and abetting in ICE kidnappings, and the chief lies about it constantly, and none of you have anything to say about that whatsoever.
We're getting close.
And you know, so I wonder if that's why you want that exception, because your own officers would be found to be, LAPD officers would be found to be doing immigration enforcement and might get caught up in the law. So that's why you want this amendment in there, to protect MAGA McDonnell and his group of fascists. So let's move on to general public comment.
Okay, so you have 1 minute.
So I'm very curious about what Isabel said earlier during that one presentation. So I'm very curious, is there some kind of bad culture going on in this council in the back that's accusing like multiple council members, staffers of sexual assault and harassment? Like, what the hell
who's
is going
Happy
on
Hands?
in this council?
Yeah, who's
you,
Happy
you
Hands?
openly allow racism. You openly allow anti-blackness, anti-poor rhetoric, anti-indigenous. You openly allow that. You worked alongside Kevin De Leon for over 2 years after the Fed tapes came out. So now there's also sexual harassment going on in the back there. What the hell is wrong with this council? So, past the people's budget, you clearly saw during those budget hearings an overwhelming, almost unanimous support for defunding the LAPD and putting that money towards things that actually help the community and actually keep people safe.
Well, nobody wins, nobody loses.
Next speaker.
It's technically a push.
Good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
I'm going to figure something out.
All the items that
He
are
definitely watches the show. Or
associated
Stacy
with the
told him.
homelessness.
One of the two. Stacy's friends with.
Say 1 through 28 on the board, and I also want to do
But we
public
curbed him
comment.
of that.
Okay, so
That's a good thing,
I
right?
don't know how many items are
Isn't
associated
that a
with
good thing?
homelessness. I'm going to start you with general public comment. We'll start there. Go ahead.
We as a community curbed him of that. That's a good thing.
I can begin. Actually, I'd like to put my name on the record, Adrian D'Amico Moon, a.k.a. The Redeemer. That's Daredeemer. Humans, Hueman, of the City Council, as we are a race of people from the palest of the pale to the darkest of the brown. There's no such person or human as a white person, a white human, or a black human.
None of that.
Bond servants together in the mighty names of Yahweh Shah, Yeshua, Jesus Christ, the Messiah.
Yes.
All praise and glory to the Almighty Creator, sovereignty of the universe. Humans of the City Council, in case LA Alliance versus City and County of Los Angeles, case number 2:20CV02291.
That's it, Dirty.
The Redeemer requests that a
Speaker, your time has expired. We have to move on to the next speaker. So, your time has expired for general public comment. Again, if there are specific items you'd like to identify that you'd like to speak to, you can. Otherwise, we need to move on to the next speaker. No, so I need you to identify the items, and this is the last time I ask you.
Come on.
1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's
10,
fine, but those
15,
are not items
19.
related to homelessness. So again, you can speak to item 5, you can speak to item
Okay.
3, but they are not related to homelessness.
Okay, 3 and 5.
Go ahead.
Okay, I like for the humans of the City Council, HUEMAN, to
And DOTTS.
panel or schedule a hearing with U.S. congressional.
Okay, so no, this is not.
Congress.
This is general public comment. You already used that time, so we're going to move on to the next speaker. Thank you. Next speaker.
Shout out to you, Redeemer.
Speaker, I need you to vacate the podium so we can move on.
You
to the
have
next
been
speaker.
redeemed, my brother. Asking ye shall receive. You, sir, have been redeemed.
Good morning. Sorry, good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
Get up out of here.
So items number 1, 3 to 8, 15, and 26 to 83. So all items. in
Okay,
general
so you have
public
3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general. Please begin with the items. Go ahead.
Yeah, so item number 1 we're in favor of. It's high time we have an industrial business district so we can actually have multiple industries in downtown, and we can have a thriving city that attracts business. That's just my opinion. Whether it will happen or not, that's yet to be seen. Moving on to items number 3 to 8. So this is a little bit of critique. I don't know why the items are exempt from CEQA. I don't know if you guys are going to have a discussion about that or not, but just curious why all these items are exempt from CEQA and which city engineer is it that made this recommendation. That's something that would be helpful as well. Is it the engineer that's running for mayor, or is it some freshman engineer, or who is it? Anyways, just something to consider. Moving along.
Moving right along. Bum, 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 bum.
Item 15.
Remember
Item
that
15
Muppet
we
song?
are in favor
Moving right
of.
along.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll move to general now.
You Muppet. You
The general
fucking
public
Muppet.
Okay, so you have 1 minute.
Thank you. So it's a sad day when 2 council members of the West Valley are not here that I'm a direct constituent of, Mr. Bob and John.
Sure is.
But anyways, now it's time for the accolades. I am in favor of a couple of council members that actually stay and listen to the constituents, which are Mr. McCosker and Nazarian.
Mr. McCockster?
They try their best to listen to public comment.
Mr. McCockster.
Other than that, most of the usual stuff going on in the city, which we don't want to regurgitate. And my humble recommendation is, I know those of you that sit on the Budget and Finance Committee have a hard job anyways. My recommendation is for next year, all 15 council districts should have their own budget committee, so that way more people would give their opinion on the budget and
That's
give.
gone. If it's fair, it's gone.
You know, it would actually
Damn it.
impact
1-0.
the individual council districts more. Thank you. Bye.
1-0 Miami. Yeah,
Next
I hope
speaker.
Daniel Gus does a story on Happy Hands. Hopefully
Good
Daniel
afternoon. What
finds
would you
out
like to
who
speak to?
Happy Hands
Good
is.
afternoon. My name is Brandon. I would just like to speak on 3 things.
Fuck.
The general comment would be 1, and then 2 other items.
Okay.
Item number 44.
2 minutes for the
That
items
was
and
a
1 minute for general.
blast into the
Go ahead.
bullpen. Fuck.
Thank you. Item number 44, I just want to relate to the situation of the Olympics coming to town.
No doubter.
I didn't grow up in high school, learning about politics, but I was fond of it during the Obama run with Mr. Romney. I was a senior in high school during that era.
Joanna
So it was
Sanchez.
fun.
Thank you, Joanna.
But yeah, I lived a great time. There's kids out there that are blessed with great amusement in their childhood, and there's kids that aren't. And I was one to be blessed with great amusement. And to the city of Los Angeles, I just want to say that my name is Brandon. I will be running one day.
Okay,
And
so
we should
speaker,
respect-
you
no,
can pause
but
this
to
time.
sanitation,
So,
yes, to
I'm gonna ask you
sanitation.
this is your opportunity during public comment to address the body.
No, yes, sanitation.
Go
sorry,
ahead.
sorry, guys. I'm learning. But yeah, you guys will see me at some programs. I do want to get into politics now. I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to scare council people on, hey, the youth's going to start
So
running. The
this
popular
sounds like
votes.
general public comment, so if you
Oh, I'm
want to speak
sorry,
to
I'm
the items,
sorry.
you can, or I'm going to move you to general.
All right. Well, then, in general comment to
Okay, you have 1
sanitation,
minute.
that the Olympics are coming. We should get the sanitation department to start producing work, and work. And then on my second one, so that was 44. My second one being number 50. It's with exceeding funds. So I have a friend named Richie. He's a council member in the District 1 in the city of Orange, and or he's running for council. And he educated me on one of his Instagram posts. And he uses his funds wisely. He wasn't a very popular student, but we still loved him in the popular groups. And for him running District 1 in the city of Orange, I'm very proud of him. And I just want to say that funds should be looked after, and our sanitation for the Olympics should be looked after, and our cracks in the streets should be looked after, and the filth and the violence should be looked after. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker.
He's ready for the next mayor job.
Good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
Bro, dude.
Item 10 in general public comment.
This shit's a
Yes, you
magnet.
have 1 minute for general. Go ahead.
This building's a
Hi,
magnet.
my name is Alfonso Directo Jr. I'm the advocacy director at ACT LA. We're a coalition
know
of
golf,
50
but isn't he
community
awesome?
organizations advancing housing and transit. We're also part of the UHLA coalition. And we urge you to approve item 10 today.
Trans
Social
or
housing
transit?
fundamentally shifts housing paradigm so that residents, regardless of whether they're renters or owners, have agency and have permanent housing stability. With your approval of item 10 today, social housing will be coming to LA in a big way. It makes up 48% of the total units to be built with this funding award, creating about 1,000 units of social housing in all corners of the city. This is an exciting milestone for housing justice, and things are just getting started. 3 years since ULA took effect, it is important to move forward with the NOFA funding today. ULA is an economic engine for the city, investing in the people and businesses throughout LA through rental assistance, legal support, union, construction jobs, and social service workers and their families. Like most things, there's room for improvement, and we're working with ULA, but we urge you to
Gimme. NOFA funding. More money. Gimme.
Next speaker.
The next gimme. Come on up. Give me the next gimme. Give
Come
me
on,
the next
we gotta
gimme.
get going.
Yeah, we got to get going. The next gimme.
Good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
Gimme.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es Angélica Esquivel y soy residente de Rancho San Pedro por 26 años. Pero
Good afternoon. My name is Angelina Esquivel, and I am a member of San Pedro, and I've been there for 26 years.
Pero ahora estoy aquí en apoyo al Círculo 10 para la rehabilitación.
Right now, I'm here in support of Circle Number 10 for rehabilitation.
Estamos muy entusiasmados con este proceso porque hemos esperado desde el 2015.
We are very enthusiastic about this process because we've waited since 2015.
Yo he sido una participante de cada paso que hemos llevado a cabo.
I've been a participant every step along the way.
Nos han informado con juntas comunitarias a toda la comunidad.
They have informed us with community meetings for the whole community.
También nos han hecho trabajar, nos han hecho porque soy parte de Community Coach,
And they have done it because I'm part of Community Kosh.
de puerta a puerta para entusiasmar a los residentes que vengan a escuchar la información que tienen cada día.
Going door to door to motivate people of the community to come to the events.
Por lo tanto, les doy las gracias por aprobarnos los fondos. Estamos muy agradecidos como residentes.
And meanwhile, I thank you for allocating the funds. We are very appreciative as residents.
A todos ustedes, a los concejales, porque sin sus fondos no se llevaría a cabo esta rehabilitación.
To all of the council members, because without your support, this rehabilitation would not have been possible.
Y por supuesto, gracias a Dios, porque Él mueve los corazones de ustedes, a cada uno de ustedes, para que nos aprueben esos fondos.
And above all, thank God for moving all of your hearts so that you took the decision to approve the funds to support us. Thank you.
Next speaker.
Oh, the other one was 30
afternoon.
years
What
of
would you
no
like to speak
English.
to?
I'd like to speak on agenda item number 10.
She's
Okay, so you have 1
she's
minute
on
for general.
pace
Go
like
ahead.
the other one.
Hi, everyone. My name is Daniel Barajas. As a resident and community leader of a public housing site, it is very important that we see the expansion and development of new homes for our housing community. This will not only impact our older residents, but also younger people like me who are in need of a redevelopment. The Housing Authority of the City of Los Angeles has done an amazing job at keeping our residents well informed on the redevelopment and doing their jobs and keeping our communities housed. I hope that with the approval of these funds, we can together make a difference. Thank you. That's all I got to say.
More funds. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Next speaker.
Next gimme. Please, the next gimme, get up here.
Item number 15.
He doesn't look like a
so you
gimme,
have
but
1 minute
let's
for the
see.
item.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to speak in behalf of favor of Councilman McOsker's motion of December 10th. My name is Rich Scandaliato, resident of San Pedro for 52 years. I'm going to keep it short. I'm speaking today on behalf of myself and Jerry Gaines, our secretary. I make 6 quick, brief statements. 1, the proposed area is in close proximity to several areas that serve alcohol. There's no question in my mind that the real face value of both addressing alcohol and drug, as well as elderly, need to be addressed equally.
Look at him dancing over there.
There's no evidence that a proper land use review has been performed in this location. That's 2100 South Western Avenue in San Pedro. No traffic study was performed. The proximity to proposed facility to schools, parks, and daycare centers has not been done. The disposition of existing senior living has not been addressed, as the young lady before me addressed earlier. No environmental impact study was done. There's no supporting evidence that the applicant has experience, capacity, or success in operating a large, sober living and justice-involved facility. Thank you.
Muncie
Request
with a
your
nice
support
double.
for Mr. McOsker's motion.
Thank you.
Close,
Next
he
speaker.
almost caught that ball.
And
Thank you very
Mr.
much. My
Herman,
name is
I'm
Richard
sorry,
Welsh,
hold on.
and I will be...
Just a second. So, Mr. Herman, this is your first and only formal warning. Do not disrupt this meeting. I believe he just left, but we will remind him when he comes back. Apologies. So, for item 15 in general? Or
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so
Item
you have 1 and 1.
15.
And
Thank
you notice when that person was heckling
Thank you,
Mr. Herman, he didn't
McOsker,
say a word
or
about that?
Councilperson McOsker, for having us out here today. Sorry I missed the memo on the denim. It would have been a little more comfortable. Our community in San Pedro is made up of some 85,000 people plus. And with the proposal of turning the senior living housing facility at 2100 Southwestern Avenue into a sober living drug rehabilitation center,
Rehabilitation?
this is going to cause a tremendous demand on the emergency services. San Pedro has 1 advanced ambulance to handle our population with 3 basic ambulances. This is simply not going to work. In January and February, when a unlicensed facility was operating some 70 individuals there for sober living, the fire department had 85 calls. It's unworkable. Thank you.
No, thank you, Mr.
Erwin
Acavano.
Busey, I'm here on behalf of Paragon Commercial Group. We are a small business owner, and this is related to item 15.
Okay,
I'm in full support of Councilman McCosker's motion. This project needs to be thoroughly addressed in terms of traffic impacts, parking impacts.
See, somebody just used
location to
Stacy's name.
sensitive
She's not
uses,
there.
It's churches, parks, and residential. In addition, the use is displacing seniors, which is a problem. The use currently operates with 36 beds. Fred Brown is proposing 116 beds with 200 visits per day outside of those beds, and that doesn't even count employees. There's going to be significant traffic impacts to the neighborhood and the community, as well as land valuations. The covenants within the property that run with the land, per the title report that I pulled, have specific requirements related to senior housing and senior care at this facility, as well as parking. This needs to be thoroughly analyzed. Thank you.
No, thank you, Mr.
Good
Acavano.
afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
Hi, I'm talking about item 15.
Okay, and is it just 15 or is it 15 in general?
15 in general.
Okay, so you have 1 and 1. Go ahead.
Thank you, Council President and the members of the Council, for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Carissa Kopacek, and I'm a resident of San Pedro. I live a block away from the property in question.
They want a halfway house there.
I want to start by saying I'm not opposed to efforts that support people dealing with mental health and addiction, but I am an industrial engineer, meaning that I have studied things like facility design and workflow plans extensively. After reviewing the motion and learning what was discussed at the town hall, I support the council moving forward with this item. For a project of this scale, a clear risk assessment should be part of the proposal. That would include identifying likely incident types such as medical, behavioral, and security incidents. It is also important to estimate their frequency and to outline specific mitigation measures. It would also help to see defined response protocols such as who responds, expected response times, and how nearby residents can quickly contact someone when issues arise. My main request is straightforward, that safety be demonstrated by specific measurable and items.
Good afternoon. What would you like to speak to?
Thank you. Item number 15 in general.
So you have 1 minute for each. Go ahead.
Thank you. My name is Zachary Smith. I'm a resident of San Pedro. I live across the street from 2100 Western. I'm in support of item number 15, McCosker's motion.
I wouldn't want that in my backyard. I don't want no
I've served
fucking
this
hypes on
county of
my
Los
street.
Angeles as a public
That don't
defender
help
for
the
23
value.
years.
That don't up it.
I also have lost 2 of my siblings to the disease of addiction. I have placed people with Fred Brown in San Pedro. Clients of mine.
He lost it in the sun.
I'm very knowledgeable at the area of addiction. I also, as a criminal defense attorney,
Game's
have
all
seen
tied up.
how
Lost the
well-meaning
ball in the
ideas
sun. I
poorly
love it.
implemented create backlash and don't serve the people it tends to serve. And it also needs to serve the community and have community support. I can't support the way it's being proposed now, and it needs to be evaluated as he's asking for. One, because of the scale. Treatment programs need to be small and intimate to deal with the issues. When you have it at the scale that they're asking for, 110 or 116, I keep going, 116 acute beds, people are coming straight from jail. We have to have them be brought straight from the jail. The first thing they want to do when they get out of county jail, which is a hellhole, is use. That's normal. About 50 to 60% of the people are going to fail in the first 90 days. They're going to relapse. That's not an indictment of them. It's just a reality. We can't live in a dreamland where we don't deal with the realities. Those people are going to walk out on the street because there's no such thing as a lockdown facility. They're going to walk on the street, and there's one bus that takes them from the end of Western and San Pedro to wherever they want to go. Fred Brown has said that they will shuttle people. Well, that will violate a court order because the court has ordered them there. So they cannot do that. They will walk into the community. I'm not saying this as a NIMBY. This is a residential community. It should not be in any residential community at this scale, whatever the economic status is. This is not the appropriate place for this.
NIMBY
I'm
all
asking
day,
you to
bro.
support at least a study at a bare minimum. Thank you.
I agree. NIMBY
Council
all day.
President, that is all the time for public comment.
I don't
Thank
want
you so
the hypes
much,
on my fucking block.
To everybody who came to share with us today, I know we had a long
Take the hype
session of
somewhere
public
else.
comment, but
Do
we're
that
happy to
shit
be able to get to
somewhere else.
everybody and thank members for their indulgence. I want to start, before we start taking votes, I want to yield the floor to Councilmember Yaroslavsky for an announcement.
Thank you, Council President. We're going to start Budget and Finance hopefully at 1:30. That's
All
the
right,
plan now.
1:30, so let's try to get through. Madam Clerk, what's before us?
Yes, Mr. President, there has been a request to update the continuation for item number 2 to June 16, 2026.
All right, without objection, that'll be the order. What's next?
Thank you. Before council are items 1, 3 through 6, 26 through 38, 40 through 55, 57 through 60, 62 and 82. 62
Is 62 through
82.
82 or and 82?
Excuse me, 62 through 82.
All right, let's open the roll on those items, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
All yeses.
13 ayes.
13 ayes. All
What do
right,
you
what's
know?
next?
And there is a request to send items 58 and 82 forthwith.
Without objection, that'll be the order. What's next?
Next before council.
Councilmember Hurtado.
I'd like to send item 65 forthwith as well.
Point of order.
All right, 65 forthwith without objection.
Thank you.
All right, I think we're at items 7 and 8.
It's items 7 and 8, motion by Councilmember Park.
All right, let's open the roll on that item as amended, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
I don't believe that, Kelly.
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
It's going to take their
Next
cut.
is item number
That's it.
15, called special by
It's like the
Councilmember
city
McCosker.
does.
Councilmember McCosker.
City government takes their city
Thank
tax.
you very much, Mr. President. Thank you, members,
Federal
for
take
allowing
theirs.
the item to be reopened. We heard from 6 speakers today, and I want to thank the speakers for being very careful about selecting a few folks from the community on this subject, because if the item had been opened and we had allowed all comments, I will tell you, I held a town hall on this issue, and we had 400 people in the room, and then we went to Zoom, we had 500 people on Zoom.
Hopefully
This
Jason
is a
showed
gigantic
up.
issue in the community.
Jason,
and I'll
were
be
you
very
on
brief
that
because
Zoom?
we've been here long. But
Jason
this is a piece of
Jenkins?
property at the south end of the district that was a high school when I was a kid growing up and became a property of the Archdiocese of Los Angeles and was opened as a memory and convalescent care facility. It is a cherished piece of property in our district because of that use. And recently, the Archdiocese sold the property to a private property owner who made a commitment to keep it as a convalescent facility and a memory care facility and to keep the people there for the rest of their lives. And by the way, I will also say one of our 6 speakers was Lorraine Keeling, and she was very articulate, but I want to underscore the fact that Lorraine Keeling is a resident among 70 other residents, and she is 96 years young. I want to thank her for coming and taking time to
And
be
I'm
here
going to
today.
thank you for stealing the Clinton thumb, because you
So
Democrats
the
are
statutory
never
scheme we find
original.
ourselves in is there is a
It's
state
all you do is
statute, and I
steal
will
from
not
each
belabor it
other,
because it'll come
fucking
back in the
thieves.
analysis from our planning department. There's a state statute that attempts to override local land use controls. It doesn't
Look
do
at
so
him.
completely.
Look at him right there.
But
Look
we
at him.
find ourselves in a position
Bro,
where
look at that
there are
guy.
at least 3 elements that are really important.
Huge.
What is our land use authority? Do we have the ability, and we should, and we must have the ability to analyze traffic and public safety and all of the issues that our residents so articulately
Fucking
describe.
scary, bro. I'm telling
There's
you.
also
He looks just
a
like
really
the killer.
difficult issue, a problematic issue that is in this
fucking,
motion, where this property was
in
sold
that
in that
movie with
transaction
Arnold
I described to you a few
Schwarzenegger.
minutes ago for $20 million.
The
And with
Last
state
Action
money,
Hero.
and that's our money, bond money, the purchase price is $47 million.
Just like him.
I don't know about you,
There's
but my
Jason.
house didn't go up
Jason
2.5
Jenkins.
times in
Thank
the
you
last
for the
year.
dono, Jason.
So I'm
Jason
very,
Jenkins.
which is why we're asking for an independent analysis of that transaction. The most
See,
important issue,
can't
though,
believe Jason
is
has
about human
changed
beings
the-
and taking care of human beings. We
the
have in this
business
motion
of
a
City
request
Hall
to describe
across the country.
our authority and our responsibility to care for the folks who are in memory care
You
and
gotta stop and
convalescent
think
care.
about that for a
Because
second.
this proposal, as is, tells us that this private
lives across
property
the
owner
country.
would sell to this nonprofit,
He changed
and the
how my city
nonprofit
does
would pay
business.
with our money
You gotta love it,
$47
bro. You
million
gotta love it.
and evict folks who are in memory and convalescent care. for the purposes of opening this other facility, which is an important public policy to have. It's very important public policy to have drug and alcohol rehabilitation. But I will also say, if we take that on, if we spend $74 million, because that is what the grant of our money is to this nonprofit, if we spend $74 million, we need to get it right. And the nonprofit, the well-intentioned
You never get it
nonprofit
right.
that is proposed to get this $74 million
Tell me what you've
is
gotten
a
right.
small, well-intentioned organization
We'll start there.
with an annual income and expense sheet of $12 million. We would be using public money to quadruple
Of course, public money.
their
Of course.
annual income and expenditures. And they have a proposal put forward, and I need planning to understand this. They have a proposal put forward to do the over 100, and depends upon which answer you read of theirs. It's
old
either
buckethead
110
over
or
here.
112 or 116 beds, and 200 or 1,000 appointments.
Just running his
Depends
yap.
which analysis you read of theirs. And this is an organization that over the last 40 years has never managed a piece of property larger than 20 people on a facility. Never managed a property larger than 20 people.
How did you manage to hire your
They
brother's
don't
law
have the
firm
capacity to do this.
for city work?
They don't have the capacity to do it right. If we spend $74 million of bond
Think
money,
that's right?
we better get it right. And we should never
How'd you
spend
manage to
$74
do
million
that?
of bond money to kick a bunch of folks out of convalescent care and memory care. So I would urge an aye vote. We analyze all of those issues, or we hope for an analysis of all of those issues in this motion, and I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. McCosker, and thank you to everybody that's joined us for this discussion this morning. Members, let's open the roll on this item. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Before the council is item 19, called special by Councilmember Yaroslavsky for comments.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
How come she didn't wear denim?
So, sorry, there's a lot going on today.
Told everybody to fuck off, huh? There's a lot going on because you're always unprepared.
Okay. Thank you, Council President. So colleagues, at its core, this appeal is about whether or not oil operators can move forward with certain types of well maintenance without city oversight.
Drill,
even
baby,
when those
drill.
activities pose real risks to nearby communities. After we were required to rescind the previous oil drilling ban, there was a gap in how well maintenance activities were being regulated. We started to see an increase in well maintenance across the city, including in my district, often with limited notice and little clarity on what approvals were required. That's why on May 5th, 2025, I asked the zoning administrator to issue a formal interpretation to clarify the rules and ensure these activities are subject to proper review. The ZA issued that interpretation on June 12, 2025. But just a few months later, on September 2nd, the Stand LA Coalition alerted my office to a South Coast AQMD notice. It showed that E&B Resources planned to begin acid maintenance at the San Vicente drill site just days later. This site sits between the Beverly Center and Cedars-Sinai Hospital. These acid maintenance projects involve chemicals with known health risks. The employees doing this work literally have to wear hazmat suits. Yet the notification requirements for the surrounding community are minimal.
There is an oil well
My office
right
stepped
there.
in before the work
She
began
ain't
and
lying.
informed E&B that the zoning administrator's interpretation applied,
The fact that
and they did not have the required approvals.
the entire Beverly
ZA
Center
staff
sits on
verbally
an oil
communicated
field.
that position to E&B. E&B did the work anyway. Now E&B and Warren are appealing, arguing that the zoning administrator interpretation itself should be treated as a project under CEQA. I don't think the irony of an oil company trying to use CEQA so they can continue to do unmitigated harm to the environment and to public health is lost on any of us. It shouldn't be. The City Planning Commission rejected their argument in December, as did Plum. They've already signaled they intend to sue, as they do any time the city attempts to protect the public from the harm caused by their unbelievable greed. I urge this body to deny the appeals and sustain the environmental clearance approved by the CPC for a zoning administrator interpretation applicable to oil and gas well operations in the city. And this is part of our broader push to re-adopt a citywide phase out of oil drilling, which included provision for acid maintenance work, but because we were forced to repeal that and we haven't yet re-adopted a new one, we need this in the meantime. So thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Yaroslavsky. Let's open the roll on this item.
Mark is bored. Yeah,
Close the roll. Tabulate the
I don't even
vote.
want to show up.
13 ayes.
All right, what's
13
next?
ayes every time.
Before the council is item 20, called special by Councilmember Padilla for comments, and 20A, amending motion Padilla Rodriguez has been circulated.
All right, Councilmember Padilla on this item as amended.
Yes, colleagues, I rise in support of item 20 with an attachment
Under
of
the
motion
land? I don't
20A.
understand what that means, Jay.
As many of you probably noticed, the challenge that we always have that's very friendly amongst council offices.
They don't own the land.
March
that-
11th, 311
They own the
day was
stadium and the
canceled.
team.
And there's a reason why it was canceled is because we know that there's a lot of problems with the app as we speak.
Frank McCourt, the
It is
old
critical that we
owner, owns the
continue to
land.
have conversations with ITA and Public Works related departments. And with my this new motion I introduced today, I want the CAO and the CLA, as well as our council offices, to be more intentional about this ongoing conversation and the cost of it being broken. My LA 311 app is supposed to be a space for our constituents to have their city-related issues addressed.
Yeah, right.
And as of late, it has been anything less than perfect. From address errors to training needs,
Closed cases
it
for
just hasn't been on
no
the right
work
track.
done.
And let's remember that for decades, this app created systems between constituents and departments that really impacted and were part of daily operations within our departments, and that no longer is effective. Reports and individuals are telling us that because of this broken 311 app, folks are once again going back to using Excel sheets, phone calls, paper, and pen in order to engage in service delivery, and I think that that's a problem. So I hope that everyone will support this and that we can get 311 back to being something that is useful for our offices and our constituents. But I have to tell you, this is not going to happen overnight. I'm really hoping that every council office and every department continues to speak with ITA so that the consistent and intentional feedback can get us back to where we once were. And I look forward to figuring out how this change is technically costing us. And I believe that it's going to be a discussion during this budget season. But that is no excuse to, at minimum, having ITA talk to our offices and everybody else in the meantime about getting it done sooner than later. Thank you.
Thank
you so much, Councilmember Padilla. Let's open the roll on this item as
Nosy
amended.
lady.
Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
See you
12
Don't
ayes.
say nothing.
All right, what's next?
Next before council is item 21, as amended by verbal amendment Rahman Harris Dawson.
Councilmember Price.
Yeah, those glasses aren't very attractive on her.
Forthwith, please. Item 40.
40 forthwith without
That
objection. That'll be the order. All right. We are at item number 21 that's been amended. Let's open
She's
the roll.
not very well spoken.
Close the roll.
so
Tabulate
you
the
can
vote.
tell she's not very bright.
12 ayes.
All right, what's next?
So the glasses aren't helping.
Next is item number
Might as well
22,
make
called
some
special by
wear some
Councilmember
glasses, make you
Yaroslavsky
look
for
hot.
comments.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
If there
Thank
are
you,
any.
Council President. So colleagues, knowing we were going to discuss this today, this is about city civic branding. I started counting how many different versions of the LA City Seal I noticed this week as I went about my work. I counted 5. They're all used in official capacities. That is in addition to more than 30 different logos across city departments, separate logos for each bureau within Public Works, and then all of the individual programs within those departments.
And we paid for
all
it
of
all.
this exists within the same city family. This is how we present ourselves as an organization. For constituents, it creates confusion. In a region with multiple levels of government and agencies, it's not always clear what comes from the city, what services we provide, or how to navigate them. Internally, it reflects the silos that limit coordination and efficiency. Each department is operating in its own lane without shared standards. When people interact with city services, consistency signals that the government is organized and accountable. This is basic governance. Most other cities around the world do this. There's also a financial side to this, which is why I'm bringing it up. Other cities manage their brands as an asset. New York built a centralized licensing program and generates tens of millions of dollars each year through partnerships and merchandise tied to city-owned intellectual property. Paris used a coordinated system to support partnerships and expand revenue tied to major global events like the Olympics they just hosted. We are not doing this in a structured or thoughtful way. LA is not some podunk town. We have invaluable intellectual property and are about to experience global visibility that brands are paying tens of millions of dollars to tap into. Without coordination, we're leaving revenue on the table,
course
revenue
you
that
are.
can help us increase city services to the level our constituents reasonably expect. This is about operating as one city and managing our assets with discipline, so I ask for your support. Thank you so much.
So you mean to tell me that DEI is still leaving money on the table and not doing things correctly?
12 ayes.
And it's coming out of your own
Before
mouth,
council
one of
is
the
item number
DEI
23,
hires.
amended by
Got
motion
it.
23A
Check.
Price Park.
All right, let's open the roll on this item as amended. Close the roll.
How many
Tabulate
times
the
are you going to
vote.
prove me right?
12 ayes.
How many
All right,
times?
what's next?
How many times?
Next is item
They're
number
telling
24,
you they're
called
not
special
doing
by
it right.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky, and amending motion 24A has been circulated.
All right, Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
Council President, I ask that this be continued to Friday at the request
Jeet
of the city
fatigue.
attorney's
Come
office
on,
and
man.
clerk
Don't
because of
fucking
the way
send
it
me
was
home.
noticed.
I don't want to go
So
home.
we're proposing, it was in the agenda, it says note and file, but we're actually amending it, and so we need a little more time.
All right, so this
For
item
that.
will be continued till Friday.
Unfortunately, yes. Thank
This
you.
is all eating right now,
I'm very
too.
eager to see this one come forward. All right, what's next?
Thank you. Before
Yep,
the council is
he's
item number
eating.
39, motion Harris
Eating a
Dawson
Twix or
McCosker
something.
to receive and file the item.
It's how
All
unprofessional they
right,
are.
let's open the roll. Close the roll.
No tie.
Tabulate the vote.
No jacket. Up here eating.
12 ayes.
All right, what's next?
Next is item number 10, called special by Councilmember Price for a recusal and
Maybe if you
Councilmember
didn't
Hirado
waste
for
45
comments.
minutes
All
on
right, Councilmember
presentations,
Price, will
you'd be done
recuse,
eating. Yeah, I didn't even see that.
and
What's
we'll
on
hear
there?
from
He's
Councilmember
snacking
Hirado.
on.
Thank you, Council
While he's
President.
working.
Colleagues, the item before you is about one thing: delivering real housing at real scale with real urgency. Too many
You mean free
Angelenos
housing.
are one rent increase away from losing their home.
Free
In
housing.
CD14, nearly 70% of residents are renters, and many are paying half their income or more just to stay housed. That means families are stretched to the breaking point just to keep a roof over their heads. These are the same communities that carried the city through the pandemic, through rising costs, through every crisis we've faced, and they're still being pushed out. Voters saw that and passed Measure ULA because they wanted action, not more reports, not more delays, and today we deliver. Today we moved $360 million in ULA funding, the largest single investment of these dollars to date, a historic investment to build, preserve, and enhance affordable housing across the city. We're talking about more than 4,000 affordable homes, 80 projects all ready to move. In my district, where displacement pressure is among the highest in the city, this means over 1,700 units across 25 projects. That's investment in the neighborhoods we serve, and let's be clear about why this matters. This is about whether working families can stay in Los Angeles, whether seniors and people with disabilities living on fixed incomes while the cost of living continues to rise can remain in their homes, whether the people who built this city can afford to keep living in it. For too long, Angelenos have heard big promises about solving the housing crisis without seeing results, but this is different. As chair of the ad hoc committee on Measure ULA, I've been focused on one thing: making sure these dollars move quickly, responsibly, and accountably into actual housing. Not stuck in bureaucracy, not delayed, but building. So today, we're not just approving funding, we're making a clear choice, investing in people, keeping communities in place, and turning public dollars into real housing. I'm proud to lead this work, and I strongly urge your support. Thank you.
Give me money.
All right, Councilmember McCosker.
I just want to say, Councilman Hirado, thank you so much for your leadership on
Gimme,
this. I'm
gimme,
looking forward to
gimme,
this, and I
gimme,
want to thank the
gimme.
Rancho
She's another
San Pedro
gimme.
residents, especially the leaders in the RAC who came out to support their community. They've been leading on this issue in Rancho San Pedro for years and years, and I'm grateful that HACLA is listening. Thank you.
Excellent.
Yeah,
All right,
excellent.
and 47 million. They paid about 2 million into the ULA fund, huh? The state. Interesting. Councilmember Padilla.
I just want to thank Councilmember Hirado for bringing forward this item and saying some comments. You know, it is a good day today in Los Angeles that where this is finally moving forward. And I'm going to just say what I've been thinking. I want to give props and kudos to all of the council members who are building in their districts, preserving in their districts, because if memory serves me right, I looked at those numbers, I think 95% of us are doing something. So to the 5%, get to work.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Padilla. And I just want to give a special
Who are you calling out?
to Councilmembers Lee,
Who's Happy
Padilla,
Hands?
with the leadership of Councilmember Hirado on our ULA committee that we stood up. We're excited about what we're going to be able to do
Happy
going forward.
Hands?
All right, let's open the roll on this item. close the roll, tabulate the vote.
Oh, one no.
11
Monica?
ayes.
All right, what's next?
Monica was the only
Next
no.
before council is item number 56. Councilmember Price has recused himself, and Councilmember Rodriguez requested a separate vote.
All right.
Get
let's
up outta
open
here,
the roll on
fucking
this
Grady.
item. Close the roll, tabulate the vote.
10 ayes, 1 no.
All right, what's next?
Next before council is item number 61, called special by Councilmember Hutt for an amending motion.
All right, let's open the roll on this item as amended. Close the roll, tabulate the vote.
All yeses.
Oh, are we waiting for Councilmember Price to come back?
Yeah, we're waiting for Grady. Get in here, Grady. Get up, walk out of the room, close the door. Come on back, Grady. Here you go. Yibbity-oo. What a fucking
12
waste
ayes.
clown show DEI.
All right, what's next?
Dumb shit. Stop proving us right. This
Next
shit's
will
worse
be
than a
item number
7th grade
83, called
fucking
special by-
student council.
Sorry to interrupt. May I send?
It's ran like a 7th grade student council. The second largest city in
And
our
so next
fucking
before
country.
council
What
is
a
item
fucking
number 83,
embarrassment
called
you
special
people
by
are.
Councilmember Yaroslavsky.
Councilmember
Every
Yaroslavsky.
last one of you. DEI hires.
So this is a closed session item?
So we're ready to go to close. No comments before closed?
Yeah, go to closed session. Get
no,
the
I
fuck
think
out of
we should
here.
go into closed
Okay.
You
All right.
useless slugs.
Sergeants, we're going to prepare the room for closed session. Members, we ask that you limit yourself to 2 staffs. Members, and obviously the city attorney, mayor's,
All right, that's
and
it.
controller's office in the room. Everybody else should be gone.
Get out of here.
And
See how
we
nice
please
that is?
ask you to
Everybody
do
else
so
should be
quickly
gone. Not
as much
please
as we're very
leave.
short on time.
You know, not professionally. Hey, please leave. The rest should be gone. You should be gone. I hope you fucking sap knee bender assholes that thank them and then they walk out on you and you voted for them the first time. Hope you fucks remember that when you vote. And if you vote again for them, you deserve every motherfucking thing you get, knee bender. You deserve all of it. The fucking hype fucking, halfway house on your corner, the homeless encampment RV shit parked in front of your house. You deserve all that. You deserve all of it. Yeah, hopefully Grady's in a jumpsuit in the next few months. Be fantastic to see. Some Law and Order. A lot of, hopefully all of what Spindler and everybody else is talking about. And I told you guys all said, where's Spindler? I said, man, he's busy. You never know what he's cooking up. And I hope it's right. I hope we see front page news. And that's going to be nationwide news. FBI coming in with fucking arrest warrants and arresting some of these idiots, if not all of them, for corruption. Be no different than fucking, what's her name? Tiffany Hinyard. Only thing is somehow, some way, she hasn't gotten busted yet. The only thing I can think of, because apparently now she's been living in Atlanta for at least 1 year, because apparently she had to have residency for 1 year in order to run for office there, which she is doing, as you guys already know. As a Republican, not as a Democrat, so she switched sides there. She hasn't gotten busted yet. The only thing I can think of is it's because it's so convoluted and such a large fraud scheme that it's taking time to unpeel the onion, and they don't want to, I'm sure, I know how they do it. She's the golden goose to getting it all, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to knock off all the people that that were attached to this shit and put your thumb on them. You know what I mean? Put your knee on their neck till they squeal. And you get another one to do that, and another one. Next thing you know, you've built this huge case that's undeniable. And all these co-conspirators, and next thing you know, you get some sort of racketeering case, maybe some RICO shit going on. Who knows? And I'm not saying anything of that happened, because she hasn't been charged with anything. Let's be fair and honest. But it's usually how they work those kinds of cases. Because it's usually, you don't get that kind of corruption done all by yourself. It just doesn't happen. It just don't happen, man. It just don't happen, man. It don't happen. But at least we got some LA City Council in. That was fun. We got some regulars, Spindler and Herman, and Audit, which is fantastic. I'd like to see 3-inch Shrimp back, Donald Harlan back, Mr. Sachs back. Be fucking fantastic. I miss them all. In fact, hopefully, I get caught up here on the card stuff so that way I can spend a good day of just going through all that, and plus all the stuff that I've written down that I've, needed, that I've found that I still need. So take care of those things and get rid of that stuff and knock all that out. No, we will not be on tonight, Mark. Not unless there's a chase. But Friday, but I have a feeling there might not be a show Friday morning because they've been having all these budget and ad hoc meetings, and those are like 4 hours long, and it's just them talking about the budget. And they had that the other day. They did that on like Tuesday, I think. So yeah, and today they did what? At least an hour and 15 minutes of those presentations. They usually do that on Friday. So I'm thinking the reason they did that today is because they're probably not going to be live on Friday. But I don't know. Art, hold on, I'll give you the link tree right now. I'm just thinking out loud there. Alright, there it is right there. Just click on that link tree, go all the way to the bottom, Art. You'll see the eBay emblem and it'll say LA Sports Cars. Just click on that very bottom link. I just put it in there. Jen. I'm going to get out of here anyways. I got one more hit left and I got stuff to do. I got eBay to pack up and all that good jazz. All that good jazz. I got eBay to pack up. I don't know what's going on with USPS sending packs back. They're perfectly good. Don't know. Yeah, no problem, Art. Thank you. And like I said, if you buy something, just let me know. Hey, just say it's Art from SNS, and I'll throw a sticker or two in there if I can. Just because now, man, they're sending cards back that are, it's like one card, 74 cents. They're telling me it's too thick. I just had somebody got confirmed that they got 3 cards in an envelope all the way to Philadelphia. But somehow, some way, I can't get 1 card to Reno. Fucking idiots, dude. Just fucking idiots, dude. So I send it again, it comes back again. I send it again, it comes back, and I cancel an order. Done. Lost out on that sale. Lost all the money from buying stamps. Of course, USPS wins. But then I say, fuck, I'm sending 500-600 of those a month, and that happens maybe 3 times. I don't know, 2-3 times out of 600. So do you keep selling the 600? And you say you realize it's just like a speed bump? I guess, right? I guess. Yeah, we need to find out. Well, dude, Daniel Gus will find out who the fuck Happy Hands is. I guarantee you he's already looking into it. See how they do that, though? And see how she does it? That was like when she came out to the whole... I'm gonna go back and find that day, too. When she came out, and she literally got up and said, well, I'm just going to say that I'm the only openly gay council member. I remember the look on Jolly's face. That's the little Asian dude there. The dude who walked out there making fun of. I mean, you're throwing them under the bus. Those are your coworkers. There's no reason to say that. You know what I mean? There's none. And again, there's another reason not to say it. Because your sexuality should have zero, zero to do with what you do for a living. or what you do for the city especially. We don't hire you to be gay or straight. We hire you to do a good job. So if you spend 1 minute of telling me how gay you are, I say that's 1 minute wasted. And even if you tell me wasted, you pull me aside and say, hey man, smell my finger, I'm fucking straight. That would be wasted time too. Let's just be clear. We pay you to do your job, which has nothing to do with what you like sexually or your gender. Or your gender. Or your gender. Either genders. Because there's only two. Either gender. That's it. That's all I say. It should have no bearing on what you do. Because for many, many years, I hate to break it to the folks nowadays that hate what I say. For many, many years, we've been a melting pot, and we were thriving. How do you think we didn't just get to the fourth largest economy in the world in overnight? Because of a guy who couldn't walk upstairs? No. In fact, that's when it went downhill. We went to bankruptcy. We're in the hole by $1 billion. So we've been a melting pot for a long time. And you know how we thrived? I think that's the word I'm looking. Thrived. Because we were prideful. And it didn't matter who we were. People would just work together. And they did what they did at home because that's their business. But somehow, some way, your gender and your sexuality, you make it my business. Melt the pot? No, because I've grown up here being a melting pot, and it was always fine, always worked out. But when you make it all about that, it doesn't work. You don't emphasize it. It just happens. And how does it happen? By people that assimilate to each other. That no matter what their skin color or sexuality is, or where they came from, they want to be American, and they love each other. They're prideful. Right? I'm telling. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, damn! I didn't pause it. Hold on. You know, they're prideful in what they do. Oh, damn it! Why? You know, they're prideful in what they do. Especially when they write the word fraud. When you've been a victim of fraud, contact the Federal Trade Commission. Prideful. Now you see it's spelled correctly on top, reportfraud.ftc.gov. Now look at the bottom. Even the dumb stoner can see it. Yes, the Leering Center. But I'm the asshole. See, I'm the asshole for highlighting it the way I do. Damon, you should just shut the fuck up and have things spelt wrong. And allow that, Damon. No, I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to leave it pop. I'm a fucking... Hold on. Oh, don't. Oh, let's see. I don't think I could do that, but. I mean, there's just that. There's just that. The whole world of fruit out here. People don't like it. Just let me tell you. Fruit is Marxist. It's racist. It's Nazis. It's Trump. Fuck, dude. Fucking A, man. Fucking Fruad. They spelled it right on top. Master, it's right there. Right there. On top, it's right. It's just on the bottom. They got it halfway right. You'd figure that, they spelled it twice in a post. Just one was right and one was wrong. You'd figure, and again, how many words are in here? It's not like a whole lot to read. It's less than a paragraph. I mean, even with this right here, this whole heading, it's still a small paragraph. I'm just saying. Just saying. So, I guarantee you, if Daniel was here, he'd go fucking ape shit on it. He'd go crazy. Spelling errors, a journalist. Oh boy. Punctuation problems. Fuck. He must cringe when he gets messages from me. He fucking pull his hair out reading my text. Oh, shit. All right, golf. Have a great day. I'll see you on Friday, buddy. I'm not sure about the Friday morning show. We'll see. But we'll definitely be on Friday night for sure. Without a doubt. Maybe we'll get a chase. Weather's nice. All right, ladies and gents. I'm out of here for now. But thanks for joining. I appreciate you. At least we got at least something in. A little action, a little fun for LA City Council. I can't be mad at it. So I'm out of here for now. Enjoy your day. See you on the next one. Thank you for the likes, the love, the donos. The thumbs ups work, and they are free. Enjoy your day. Bye.
This party is officially over.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Bye.